penalty this week. I don't know if the maths checks out on it, but I might go Choi for Zomba, Rhino for Crocs, Landon for do I want to go Landon for Simple? Because that pre-positions me in the following week for the Twisted matchup, basically. It's like, Simple's not an insane pick for the current week, but I just need to pre-position for something in the future that actually works.
What if
and then in the following week, I'm still going to have to get rid of Rhino. I mean, I'm going to have to get rid of Crocs. I'm going to have to get rid of Zomba again. Am I even going to have the money to do that?
If I take the minus 25, I go Crocs, Psycho Z, I have 4 in the bank, and then for week 4, I would hypothetically get rid of Crocs, get rid of Z, get infected. And then I need to be 15 for support. It doesn't fucking work. Unless it's like an outrageous... Who plays for Ducks? SSG play the Ducks. Oh yeah, week 4 is a proper top 4 against bottom 4 situation. Frothy Philly. There's no way for week 4 Frothy Philly tapping against SSG can't be the solution.
Ox will have to get 35 plus points to be worth it if Rhino doesn't play. Doesn't he just have to get more than 25?
Well, it's 25 to break even.
Yeah,
but you got to bear in mind the player you removed would have scored points as well, so you need him to score like those points.
No, what if Rhino didn't score?
Oh, if Rhino was going to get 0, well then yeah, then he's just immediately in profit. Then yeah.
Yeah, Emmy's just saying I'm pretty sure Rhino won't play. This is like straight from the horse's mouth territory right now.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he won't play. Like, don't quote me on it, but I'm transferring Rhino out, you know? Like, that's my call. I'm not risking it.
Just brutal. Hawkhead's actually just fucking gonna rise up off this week, you know? Like, this patch change is just a hard win for people that have Hawk on the roster. Like, C-Tones might actually come back out to the top, to be honest, because like you see... C-Tones has Frothy Philly and then 4 good players, you know? Checkers, Choi, Landon, Hawk. So like, C-Tones might actually take the win now because this Hawk.
사실 절대 제가 검색을 해본 게 아니고 아주 우연히
Oh, yeah,
저희가
you're up here
알고리즘으로 전달이 됐는데.
Oh, your roster is insane, Giggle. You might win actually. Rhino, Checkers. Oh no, you have Rhino, mate. I'm talking about people that have Hawk on their roster. This roster's not bad either. From Formidable, Hawk, Checkers, back as Crispy CJ, but.
Good night, nice. I mean, I could go Infected Zomba Z. I'm still just in, and well, actually with Zomba and Z, could I then just go back? Because then going to Vision again, I think is, like, you just don't want Vision players this week, but then you can go back into them really no problem. Until week 6.
You say I can tank 0 points if I set up for next week. Like, I can do that, but minus 20, like, a good tank is going to get more than 25, you know? Like, a good trade is going to get more than 25. Like, look at Crocs right now. Oh, hang
on. Yeah, you should still be able to transfer Asbo, but they will all they'll all take like any transfer above 2 will give you a minus 25 for each occurrence.
네, 저번 경기도 온사이드 게이밍 엄청난 경기력 보여주면서 앞으로가 좀 더 기대됐는데요. 오늘 경기 막상 막하로 좀 예고가 된다라고 푸사즈 코치님께서 말씀을 해주셨습니다. 그렇다면 외팀 강팀 판독기의 이미지를 벗어 던지고 강팀으로 거듭나야 하잖아요. 서로에게 한마디 해볼게요. 푸사즈 코치님께 한마디 부탁드립니다.
죄송하지만 저희가 부산에 가야 되거든요. 왜냐면은
Yeah, it's really tough, isn't it? I'm not too worried about getting a good week 3. Zomba is 19 right now. So I'm not too worried about getting a good week 3. But I don't know how I get a good week 4. Unless I just keep Z against Nightmare. It kind of depends. The problem with Z against Nightmare is depending if Sakura just smash both of these games, then fuck it.
제가 선수 시절 때 마지막
Yeah,
우승했던
yes, Aspo, yeah.
부산이거든요. 같은 대회장으로 알고 있어가지고 이번에는 제가 코치로 가가지고 한번 좋은 성적 내보고 싶어서 간절합니다 부산.
부산은 네 나와버리다.
Really love the most recent highlight video on OWCS. Yeah, Polix smashed it. Polix really smashed it. We've got the NA1 coming out later today, which is like a Divinity debut as editor, but Divinities is really fun. Like, I think you guys will like it.
그렇다면 간절하게 승리를 같이 바라고 계실 팬분께도 마지막으로 한 말씀 부탁드립니다.
우선 이제
I got free monies in fantasy. Yeah, like Rhino went up. I think a lot of people gained money.
많이 내리더라고요.
Yeah, eventually the fantasy site will just be on OWTV itself. We did want, that was the original plan, we just didn't have time, so we sort of, we'll just run with both so we can get like the content out and start that side of things, and then eventually the two will merge, even though that's probably more of a 2026 thing than this year.
일단 제가 비 오는데 나오는 걸 굉장히 싫어하는데 이렇게 비 오는데 저희
How come Crocs over Zeb? It's a good point actually. If I'm going to bother with Crocs, I might as well just get Zeb. It just depends how just depends how much I believe in Sakura, I guess. The highlights are on OWTV. Let me if we go to the homepage, if I send you the link, this one. I'll drop you the link if you want to go there. If you hit our YouTube channel as well, there's highlights from all the previous weeks as well. So if you want something to watch between games or something just you just like watching Overwatch, which you might well do if you found your way here. Yeah, check out the highlights. They're all really cool actually. Lots of all the best plays. Some really cool stuff the editors have put together. You've watched every single one, San? You hardcore? Alright, are we getting into this game? Yeah, I mean, I've been so impressed with the content everyone's coming out with. The highlights are always class. I'm really enjoying all the interviews as well. Getting to know a lot of the players. And like a more regular thing. Like, I was worried a little bit at first that the week to week would maybe become, maybe not that interesting or something. Because, say you don't have a particularly, you play a game of a weekend, but it's not a particularly interesting game. You just get rolled or something. Will the interview be that interesting? But I actually think the interviews have done a really good job. So hearing about like everyone's different stories and their sort of their journey in OWCS, yeah, really good for it. Yeah, I feel like I know, like coming into it, like I think there's just certain players now where I'm really, like you guys haven't seen it yet, but the Jonte interview is going to come out later today. And like Jonte, PDK, players who I've sort of seen play a little bit but had no connection to. Like I watched their interview and now I'm rooting for them, I want them to do well. Yeah, we are planning to do more international interviews. It's on the horizon. We're trying to get booked in our first interview with what do you call it? With a non-native English speaker. We're just trying to figure out scheduling for that. But we will have ones where we reach out to like the Korean and Chinese teams as well. But the major will probably be the first one. We lean into that. You just had Fixer? Yeah, but sorry. When I say Korean and Chinese players who don't speak English. So obviously like Smash and Fixer and 9K and stuff we've done interviews with before. But yeah. Any Face It? We might cover Face It playoffs, but the priority is always going to be OWCS, Like, our workload is already huge in terms of the amount of content we put out. So, yeah, so Face It is just, it's really at the bottom, like the bottom of that priority list. How come Sugar Free is never on for interviews or Uncoachable? He's done an interview with me before. I'm sure we'll get to Sugar Free at some point. In terms of Uncoachable... Keep your eyes peeled, Suki. But in terms of Uncoachable, Sugar Free wasn't that interested. We've asked him before, but he wasn't game, so... It's fair enough. Not for everyone. KSA's been farming Hog in Saudi E-League. KSA will play Hog Trust. Fuck. It feels so risky to invest in the TM tanks, though, because you just... never know when it's going to be like a little TV&T swing. Maybe KSA is the truth. And then KSA for the double next week. Or maybe, honestly, Abdul, you've turned my head a little bit with that suggestion, actually. Hold on, let me just rename this previous VOD. T1 versus A Division. And now we're locking in, because it's going to be WAE and ONSIDE Gaming. So in this one, I think is actually positioned to be a pretty big battle. If WAE want any hope of getting directly into playoffs during the end of this regular season by finishing top 4,
Game's on.
they need to win this game. Look who it is.
25, 24.
Wait,
23.
25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18.
Yeah, works.
Hog.
Crocs!
The Korean Crocs, as they call him. Milgaru on the Hog for this first one. Tracer Sombra combined with that. Kellen, I think, anticipating the Hog, but not anticipating that hook, as he is pulled in and down to half HP and immediately onside have to take a back step.
Oh, absolutely horrifying to see Kellen on the Orisa for all of the marbles now. Starting to become a WAE believer already just on the basis of that. ONSIDE Gaming right now, they're all backstepping. Kellen, he's going to spin the hook off. That's water off a duck's back for the young man. But Milgaru, body on the point. First flip goes the way of WAE as ONSIDE Gaming really struggling to ever get a reset. Knife finds Lee Soo-min in the neutral though, so despite the health disadvantage, ONSIDE Gaming now have a pick. Opener trades that out immediately though.
Milgaru is still lurking with his next hook timing as well, and there's a TP right in front of him, but he'll be able to clear that one. And Kilo, just opposite side of a point, will just get all the damage done. Thank you, Goofy Jokester. I did indeed like your document. I'm sure you're going to win. Thank you, OS Kagan, as well for the prime. And all right, the Hog doesn't get it done there. They just play for Kilo's angle, and ONSIDE Gaming are able to leverage that point back from them.
Now we can see up on the high ground, Kellen really good when they're in control. He can mark the Hog's cross. You can see Knife's got a little TP to get everyone back and forth. The former Team Liquid Sims specialist coming in on his signature hero of all things. What are you? You're highlighting a Google Maps link, Panda? What is that? Milgaru inside right now. You can see ONSIDE have already made rotations away. Abe drops the TP, but it's quite shallow. Knife's going to go down in the neutral though. Great boop from Opener, forces a few players out of the fight, and that's going to give a huge health advantage to ONSIDE up top. But Kilo's taking a beating on the side from Sonjin. Slide over to the side, Opener finds the first kill, but Kellen, after the surge, is going to go down. One man advantage for WAE right now.
Oh, hook is good. Kilo, though, Tidal Blast to save his life, but now he's getting taken for a ride by this whole Hog. The rest of ONSIDE pushed into a room. They're going to get the flip off this now, WAE, but there is a chance to retake ONSIDE Gaming with this overclock as soon as Kellen is here. And here he is with the hook. Milgaru's on the flank. Crucial kill. Opener's going to try and respond, but grow up, Opener. You can't fight a Hog. And Milgaru, the difference maker here.
Now Kellen being ever so slightly staggered out, and ONSIDE Gaming, I mean, Knife has found key picks in the neutral. He got a couple of snipes onto Lee Soo-min, but he's still only 70% now, 80% of that symbol. He actually hasn't been juicing all that much damage, but all the way through the round at this point. Ults are fairly even for the next turn. Beat for Lee Soo-min is going to be absolutely crucial. No Tidal Blast available for either side. Coast retake is a little scary, but they flip right over to the point. They're ready to rip the clock when the time comes, but only Kellen on the point right now. So many members of ONSIDE Gaming are actually hiding underneath that it's Kellen very slowly edging out that cap. Hook comes through, catches nothing. Counter beat is good from Dopey Opie, and Milgaru might just be falling over here. He can't heal through that.
Sim wall over the top as well, so ONSIDE Gaming are investing heavily, but they have a significant advantage. A full beam Knife trying to walk forward. They'll clean up Aid in the back now too, and that will be ONSIDE. Securing this point, lots of ults invested, but WAE did throw in the beat and the Sim wall as well, so it's actually Tidal Blast from Irene that'll be the big ult up next in this fight. And WAE, they don't have anything to work with. They're going to need to rely on Milgaru to find something with one of these hooks. That'll do it.
That is actually so reliable. Iron is going to swing forward on the character that can bend bullets and get hooked face to face with the Roadhog. Now Sonjin's in the back doing all the damage in the world to Kilo. Spin back from Kellen as well. He's going to pop the Fortress, completely kite out this turn, and WAE right back in control. Last chance for ONSIDE Gaming now. Milgaru fishing for that hook once again. Goes wide on Knife. Ult situation still eerily similar for both sides. Kellen and Milgaru quite matched on their ultimates as well, but that same retake has come through. Kellen TP down to the point. Point touch begins for ONSIDE Gaming. Milgaru does a lot of damage to Kellen from behind. Little back shots moment, but Milgaru now he's being heavily marked. Tidal Blast comes out onto Kellen. Milgaru also Tidal Blasted, but Milgizzy, he's stunned up. Here comes the Terror Surge. TP out, doesn't get Aid out of dodge. Oh no, Minjay! Pinned to the wall, down he goes. The whole Hog from Milgaru cleans house. Hook to seal the deal, and WAE are going to take the round.
Yeah, great play from Milgaru throughout there. It looked like ONSIDE Gaming actually had everything, but they just took so much damage as that Tidal Blast trade came in, and then, yeah, Milgaru was able to take over again. And probably the big one I want to come back to is that fight where it was just going to be an overclock retake, and they just don't notice that Milgaru has just wandered up, waddled all the way up left-hand side, and kills them right before. This one right here, actually. Right before they go for that overclock retake, and just moments like this where the Hog can just win an entire fight just off one cooldown. And this one actually, as well, the Tidal Blast was coming up for Irony too. Like, twice now Milgaru has just found the key target at the perfect moment.
Oh, Milgizzy right now. Down on the ground. What can he do? More Roadhog, more Orisa. I do think that this is suboptimal for ONSIDE Gaming, needing to go up against the Orisa. Do we get scoreboards from Korea ever, or are there no scoreboards provided?
No.
At all? Damn it. I can ask a player. I'll ask Opener for a scoreboard after the game from his game history.
Oh,
I want
the
to see how
TP
much
hook!
Hog is earning. TP hook comes out. Kilo ripped out of the skies by Milgaru. Absolutely unreal play to open things up. And now ONSIDE Gaming 4v5, even though Milgaru's been speared to the wall, being driven back. First point should go the way of Milgizzy and the boys.
Yeah, going to have that fortified forced out as well, so they can recontest soon once it's back, but Knife's already had his recall forced. He has to blink back to the team now, but Milgaru, he's lurking, he's killed Irony again, and ONSIDE Gaming, they cannot contain this Hog right now. Milgaru's getting to do whatever he wants, and it's another fight for WAE.
Yeah, one more fight for WAE as ONSIDE Gaming. They just have to kite out, but they're dying one by one. I don't think anybody's going to be surviving this. Opie, wall riding back to spawn. Lee Sumin looking for the chase. He decides to give up on that endeavor, just go for a little bit more poke up through main. But now Lee Sumin is fully perked up. Milgaru, he got the high speed rotation. You know, when he takes to take a breather, he moves 30% faster as well, so he can rotate everywhere, go for a pop swing off the back of his heel. His hook misses, but now it's just another neutral, and Milgaru in a predictable location this time around.
Swing onto point for Kilo, little bit of space, hook onto Kellen there, he's so low, they're trying to keep him alive, Tidal Blast and Terror Surge now comes in, looks for it, Suzu'd out of it, Beat comes out from Lee Soo-min, but not in time to save Milgaru. ONSIDE Gaming have their first opening here on Downtown, now looking for more, Bola is out from Kilo, doesn't connect, Sunjun looking for the backline, connects for Pulse Bomb there, takes apart one, but it's the only trade they get, and Sunjun can get his recall force and should be potentially hunted down here too.
Oh heavens, now we've got Knife chasing out Sonjin. Opener back, in control, Beat, Pulse available for ONSIDE Gaming. Whole Hog is always a scary ultimate though, deceptively good. Aid at the sim wall as well. I feel like WAE, when they step up onto the point, it's going to be really difficult for ONSIDE Gaming to deal with the pressure. BB Hog to Nyasu, that is dreadful. That is dreadful. Sim wall comes up on the point, Kellen is hooked in, but already neutral is lost.
Beat and Wave just to live, but ONSIDE Gaming have conceded all the space. Now a whole Hog available for Milgaru as well, so the touch is going to be very difficult. Knife has to burn recall to get that one. Kilo dies in the way in. Opener's going to get picked off. And you can see ONSIDE Gaming, they're having to use half their ults just to try and live in these situations. So they can't actually push, find kills, find value with them. And now WAE are one fight away from this first map.
One bite to win for WAE. They've made it look quite easy. ONSIDE Gaming getting called out too frequently. The thing about this comp is, even though it may, you know, sometimes struggle in the neutral fight, struggle in particular ult exchanges, there's just that X factor. The Hog finding a pick pre-fight, the Hog flanking, and getting something that other tanks simply cannot. Milgaru swings on the flank, goes for the hook, goes wide, doesn't connect. WAE though, still looking for more opportunities. Knife dueling with Sonjin, recalls forced out from either side, a show of respect. Milgaru finds the hook on Kellen, but Kellen, he's muscling forward, he's about to have that Terror Surge on hand. You can see no recall. Sonjin chasing out Knife.
He's done it again.
Relatively even, but the hook comes through and Irony will fall. ONSIDE Gaming, they have to invest ultimates now. Kellen with the surge finds two, but he's traded out to 3 versus 3, and Kilo is under so much pressure. Blink melee for Sonjin goes wide. Opener dodges the pulse bomb. Nimble young man. Tidal Blast comes out. Blink force onto him and he will fall. Milgaru's down though. 2v2. Soon to be a 3v3. The respawns are good.
Oh, Maka wins the duel though, but he can't get the touch. It's just Kilo getting it now, and now coming back in. That kill from Maka was crucial. Kilo, Kellen, not there in time, and WAE will take the first map.
Might have to take Crocs for the double.
Yeah, but is Crocs going to hit? Is it going to be exactly like watching Milgaru play?
I mean, people tell me that Crocs is like the best hog in the world. You know, people, they've got narratives to spin around Crocs. Like the hog. I don't know. Like, I have to incur a penalty to take him, but if I can keep him for the double, then I don't have to take the double penalty to get rid of him after. And if he sees a price increase in 2 weeks up from 16, then I really profit, and it really positions me in a way where it's like I'm not completely fucked. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, it's so scary to rely on the price. Be like, I can get myself out of this as long as the stock just goes up a little bit. You know, like.
Look at the end of the day, man. Like, I'm gonna put all of my marbles on a Frenchman and hope for the best. Like, I need a scoreboard. I need scoreboards at the end of this.
Yeah, I don't know how much healing is for hog healing, like in an average game.
I mean, who played hog last week in EMEA? It was Crocs, right? It was Hawk.
KSA played it. Hawk played it for most of Atlas, but not all of it. Maybe like 3.5 out of 5 points. KSA
Hawk
played it for all of Eichenwald.
KSA played it for an entire Eichenwald.
Yeah, but it was a full hold Eichenwald, so like.
Let's see how many points he got.
Hold on, I'm gonna grab a drink.
Oh,
you do. Oh, you do the math.
I'll do my research. Be sure to do your own research, everybody. Matches. Results. Looking for Twisted Minds. Let's go by EMEA. Map 2. It's not very great. It's like the same as everyone else, you know? There's nothing special about the hog here. It's just the same as everyone else. It is a full hold though. It'd probably do better in a long series, I suppose, because I know healing stats are broken. Who else played Hog? Hawk played Hog, but Hawk played like Hog and Winston and a bunch of other shit on the map from memory. Like, I think he did it best Team Z on map 3. Like, Hawk got 12 points while feeding, you know? Okay. I think I'm taking the Hog Gambit. I think I'm taking the Hog Gambit. I'm taking the Crocs Gambit. I think I'm swallowing. Wait, is it the red pill? It's the red pill is the one that's supposed to open your eyes, right? The French flag is.
I'm back.
Yeah, that works.
Did you do the math? What's the hog verdict?
No, I directly reached out to Crocs, and his confidence has given me confidence to take him for the next 2 weeks.
Yeah, but that guy is perennially confident, you know?
I know. But
Just-
you know what?
you're getting
You need
spun,
to
mate.
risk
You're
it-
getting spun.
You need to risk it for the biscuit sometimes. And frankly, I'm gonna put my faith in Crocs. I think it's more fun this way, you know? This is a black pill. Just play the hog, brutal. Just be the best hog, fucking brutal. All right, so I'm taking the penalty this week. I'm taking Crocs, bare minimum. I'm taking Zomba. What else?
Z?
Is Crocs the guy who averages more chat bans per season than wins? Yes, yes, he is.
I mean,
But-
technically you're right, sure, but...
This is the first time in all my years, in my 28 years on this earth, this is the first time that I've put my faith in a Frenchman to get me over the line. But surely they won't let me down this time. Okay. Oh. Oh, they will? I know.
When I was talking about the fantasy yesterday in the OWTV Discord, and I was like, I'm getting really cold on this Sakura double, you know. And then Natsuki responds and was like, what are you talking about? We're definitely winning both games. And I was like, what? That's what everyone says before their games, though.
Like, I think Crocs is criminally undervalued.
Yeah, but they're also expected to lose every game except for the quick one this week.
You think they can't get a decent result versus Genji? Maybe.
I think it's possible. Maybe. Oh,
Who do they play in the
fuck.
week after? Who do they play in the week after?
What, after the double?
Yeah, after the double. Like
They play
what if I'm a Crocs head all
VP.
season
They
long?
play. Oh no, sorry, wrong game. They play Alcadcia, which is same difference.
fuck!
Yeah, they play
This guy's
Alcadcia.
just getting bombed every week.
But then he plays, yeah, so he has the double against Genji and TM.
No, can
Then
he-
he plays Alcadcia. Then he plays Peps in the final week, which is like,
Fuck, dude. Alcadcia twisted. Like he's got a hard fixture in the coming weeks.
yeah. Don't know. Does his confidence inspire you that he can take down Twisted Minds? Or is Quartz gonna have too many rails?
The mental image that I have is he's on Hog, Crispy and Jamie are both common up a storm, and he hooks him off the wall. He hooks Crispy off the wall, he gets a hook reset, he hooks Jamie off his TP while he's trying to calm him to death, you know? Like that's the mental image that I
Calm to
have.
death.
I'm doing the 2-week Crocs gambit. As soon as I get confirmation that Rhino is dead, I'm doing the 2-week Crocs gambit.
How do I get one more transfer for free? There's no freebies in life. Except for your first 2 transfers, those are free. There's only 2 freebies in life every week.
Nothing is free.
Except a Crocs double into Twisted Minds. What about Rhino?
Oh, I love interactive media. Thanks for the 5 months. Welcome back. Welcome back.
Can you promise to put Rhino's price up by 2 again next week? Yeah, it feels like it's gonna be that's gonna be a real pray to God. All my plans hinge on it. Oh no, Westy. Oh no. I've had a shock in this stage. I had Yubi week 1, and then you swapped it to Scissors for week 2. Oh. Shit.
Milgaro with another fat hog performance. I mean, what I'm witnessing right here is definitely convincing me. You know, like the Crocs Gambit is so fucking on right now. Like,
oh, he's getting hog pilled. He's getting so hog pilled.
I'm actually swallowing the hog pill whole right now. No hog ban as well. Like,
he's got that hog all the way in there. Right now, Kilo on the Hanzo. We've seen him do a lot on this, and actually Milgaro's getting fried. Thank God we didn't all swallow the hog pill. It's a 1-for-1 trade only though, and attack's actually really low as Lee Soo-min's going to TP out, and Maka can finish off that kill from across. There's still trades going back and forth. Irony is stuck in here as well. I think surely no escape for Irony here. He's going to try and battle his way out. He's forced Lee Soo-min to DP. He's got the Mega as well. He's making a go of it, but completely outnumbered and will go down late in the end. And this has brought enough time for Milgaro to get back.
Yeah, I mean, look, Milgizzy, he's back into it, and he's ready to prove the Gambit correct. Even though that opening turn wasn't so great. Kilo's going to catch Lee Soo-min early on, though, and that's not great for WAE. Going to need some real clutch coming out from Milgizzy to get over the line now. You can see Zarya pushing on the flank, pressuring oh god. AIDS hit his head. Attack's been hooked in, but he will be pocketed right out of this one.
Dungeon's stuck.
Up on the high ground. Yeah, Kilo's got Sondren completely stuck behind. And this feels almost unclutchable now for WAE. They're stuck too far behind. Milgaro's trying to cross out in the open. But who's touching here?
They get the hog on just about in time. Sunjin actually kills it in the back. Now the hook for Bubbles, perfect from Attack, though, keeps him alive, but Attack is now out of Bubbles and has to take a back step. Knife is now the Symmetra to be stranded behind, and it's Milgaro on the hunt, trying to chase down this Zarya. Finds this Zarya, one more bubble, but the damage went through first. Healing comes through. Attack nearly has the grab as well. Bowler on top doesn't confirm a kill, actually. Tidal Blast onto Milgaro, looking for the hook for Bubble is good. They're pushing back right now. Grab available for Attack as he goes forward, looking for the backline, catches both of them, but the hook interrupts it. The hook saves him. The symbol is out. And WAE, they deal with the grab. They push back in. And Milgaro, another clutch hook.
53, 52, 51, 50, 49, 48, 47, 46.
Just
45. Works. It just works as it always did for not 1 second of that. First 2 minutes of the round were we desynced. Aid on Freya, just out in the open right now. He's 30% away from a bowler shot. Lee Soo-min's holding the opposite side right now. They need to clear him or he is going to be a menace. Shift up onto the high ground for Attack and he does clear Lee Soo-min out. But you can see Milgaro, he's looking for a hook. Finds nothing, no targets in that hotel pot. TP comes through and everybody flips up to the high ground. They flipped the map, but they're actually off the point right now. Whole Hog's been forced out of Milgaro early. He has to start healing himself desperately as he Whole Hogs. He's sleeping up on the high ground as well, but Dopey Opie's lost. Dead in the middle of point with the symbol up. With beat in the back pocket. TP behind for Lee Soo-min. Milgaro's hooked Kilo out though. Anti-heal splashes on him. Milgizzy, he tries to take down Knife, but he can't get it done. Sonjin, touch the point!
Oh, Knife clutches it out there. The anti just on time onto the hog means Knife can just take over on that sim. Crucial for ONSIDE Gaming because they were struggling with this, even with the trades coming from Attack. So a different look now. It's actually asleep in the back line, but they can't connect the nade afterwards. I think maybe even Suzi'd out of that. So Aid will be okay. Opener still has the beat. Presence of mind moment to keep hold of his beat now for second point. So they have a clear push timing. And if they can find a connection with the nade as they go, should set Attack up for success.
Up on the high ground, you can see Aid. He's got an angle, but he will be bullied out immediately by Aid. He shifts top, flanking Milgizzy already. Another hero play on the cards. They've scouted him. They know his position. They push main, big push main. In fact, great judgment from opener there. Too much from Milgaro, unfortunately. He's
got a kill.
He's traded Knife. But he will go down. This will be a fight lost quite easily. Taken by ONSIDE Gaming there, and it's off the back of opener's judgment. He sees the flanking hog, he knows there's a 4v5 there for the taking in main, and they just force the fight. Hey Cinnabar, morning.
It's the downside of using just having the hog wander into a long flank, is it takes him a while to get into that position compared to using the TP to flip into these ones. Now ONSIDE Gaming, a dragon to force point, and Nano, another potential anti as well. And this time WAE are going to be anchored to point. Nano out into that hook. Nade comes out into Milgaro as well, but Attack, he's on the backline. He's killed Aid already. Now he's looking for more, but they kind of TP'd and flipped forward, trying to boot the hog in. Attack's keen for a juicier target. Sees a low HP. Sunjin takes care of that one. Two-player advantage. TP comes through. Tidal Blast now onto Milgaro as well to try and turn it, but he's completely outnumbered. He's just going to get fried again. He's going to get the hook. He's going to try and trade Knife, but not today. And ONSIDE Gaming get a quick second.
I mean, ONSIDE Gaming already 3 minutes to push this third point. Honestly, WAE, I mean, we might have a series on our hands here, JB. If we just keep attacking the server, this could be really back and forth. The whole gambit, I reckon it's still going to pay. I reckon even though Milgaru's just been like hopelessly trading, he's been pumping numbers. Like, with this heal resource boost, I'm full steam ahead on the Milgaru. Oh, you useless piece of shit. Crocs would never, to be fair. This is a main tank hog. Anyway, Bowler Shot comes out. Symbol's mirrored on the objective as the card just keeps on rolling for ONSIDE. They still have 2.5 minutes to get it over the line, but this could be the moment. Milgaru has abandoned ship, moved over to Zarya. Sonjin goes down, skylining in the open, and this could be a full cap with a huge time bank right now for ONSIDE Gaming.
Desperation Kitsune rush to try and buy a little bit of space. Challenge onto the high ground, but Milgaru interrupts that one. There's a self-destruct up there as well, but Aid can de-peek that, and the Zarya turnaround from Milgaru has allowed them to stabilize. Fully charged, and will be able to get the D-suit onto attack now as well. And this has made the swap, but I expect we'll see attack back onto Zarya when he respawns.
Oh, heavens. Attack, make the swap, square up in the mirror. You're good for that. There it is, straight to Zarya. Milgaru is 60% of the way to a grab, but WAE, they're just that little bit too far away from all of these ultimates that they need to get them over here. I do feel like if ONSIDE just play tempo, go for a fast push with the ultimates that they already have, it's going to be too difficult for WAE to actually respond. They still need to farm another 30% of that Tidal Blast, of that grab. ONSIDE Gaming, though, they're playing very conservatively, very slowly, and as a result, they're more than likely going to be faced with the grab, with the blast. TP up onto the high ground comes out now, catches nothing. The Dragon zones the back corner. Nano Boost is out now. You can see Attack is pushing for kills, but he's just a little bit too far away from his targets. He might be able to catch Sonjin here. He's stuck at the invisible wall. Tidal Blast is now available. Beat out for Dopey. Opie dash into the backline for Sonjin, but he doesn't catch anything. He's slept up as well. Opie catches Sonjin. Bowler Shot comes out, kills nothing. An attack on the payload. Raid Boss is going to push it over the line with time to spare. More than a minute on the clock.
Nice push in the end from ONSIDE Gaming to finish that as we get a pause as well as the round ends. They really just threw everything to attack. They TP him onto the high ground to clear Aid out of that position. Then they throw the nano on him to keep him alive. Then they drop the beat to keep him alive. You saw really just Attack walking into 4 people, taking loads of damage, but with all those ults to back him up, he can take all of that space. And Milgaru didn't have any ults of his own to look after him on point. He gets run over, and from there, they're able to close it out. So pretty good attack, all things considered, for ONSIDE Gaming, and starting to be a familiar picture, really, isn't it? Like, Attack comes in for the Kings Road type maps, and suddenly ONSIDE look really competitive with most teams.
Oh, heavens. I don't know, I do feel like that map 1, that was just classic Kellen theory, you know? The way that ONSIDE series typically go is Kellen plays a map, they lose, Attack plays a map, they win, back and forth, back and forth. So now having Attack in, I mean, it's no surprise really to see them winning an off-tank matchup. They were literally able to do this versus Bernard. If they can take it to Bernard, if they can take it to Zeta Division, it feels like it's no surprise whatsoever that they can take it to Milgaru on Roadhog and Zarya too, right? WAE has looked incredibly fallible, incredibly beatable all throughout this stage. I'm really not terribly surprised to see this.
Is Aid still great? He's had a pretty quiet stage, but he's also been stuck playing Tracer for large amounts of this regular season so far. So he's not looked particularly good on the Tracer, but I think now he's back on Freya. I think we'll get starting to see more from him again. All right, looks like we're coming into an unpause, or at least some highlights. This was the clutch from Knife in the end. Worth noting, this Ana pick was really the difference maker, right? I felt like that's when Milgaru's Hog just completely stopped being able to find value.
This chat actually has a disease.
Is it terminal?
Oh, it's so terminal.
Oh.
The shit. Oh my god. I wasn't even on my phone. Can you all paste that in Xavier's chat too? That shit is too good. Like, he probably doesn't have any of the emotes. It probably just doesn't work.
Let's see how many of these emotes I have. I'm gonna go for like a 1 or 2. I'm guessing there's at least is an out of 10. Yeah, I don't have.
Thanks for the
I have
follow.
0
Welcome.
of these.
It's dreadful. All right, Diva starter for ONSIDE Gaming. I feel like, you know, First point Kings Row. It's just a typical situation where there's no such thing as a good defense comp. Attack's going to start on the Devia. He's going to get counterpicked by either a Roadhog or a Zarya.
Yeah, sorry, I think it's really on.
Milgara, yeah, I mean Zarya's on Hog. I feel like Hog has real potential in a D.Va as well, to be fair. But it's just a question of whether or not Milgara has lost his nerve, because you already kind of got boomed on it at the start.
You're going to have a little look out here as Aid going onto the Hanzo. Milgaro will be onto the Hog as well. So really, Attack has to be so careful not to get pulled in there because they'll have the damage, a hack punish as well. Lots of ability to combo all of this just to get those opening picks. So WAE have the option. They need to clear a bit of a high ground first, but once they do that, they can then just start forcing the objective. And you see Sunjin's behind already, but they know about it. They're chasing him down. They're killing him as well. Easy one for Knife. Failed setup.
Yeah, that's going to cost them heavily. It's going to take so much time. Now you can see ONSIDE Gaming, I mean, they can just chill, poke out any of the WAE members that are still, trying to take space. You can see Milgara's actually walked point, started threatening the cap, but Leeson finds Knife actually. It's a great opener.
Oh, he's for Suzu.
Unfortunately, the Suzu has been gobbled up by Attack, and Milgara is just going to go down as a result. Wasn't able to mitigate enough damage, took a bit too much on the chin. Now Attack's going to lose his suit. Wait, is he? Is Attack? No way.
He's running for the Mega. Surely he's got the Mega as well. Irony's found a trade now onto the high ground. Attack is still in trouble. There's a Genji right above him, but Attack he needs help, really. The Genji's going to turn his attention now. Attack goes for the Mega again. Not quite there, but the nade will keep him up. And Aid's died through all of this. And WAE are getting absolutely nothing going.
Oh, poke from Knife in the hotel and WAE. I mean, even when what felt like being handed an opportunity. Oh, another pause. Come on. Come on now. Is this a piss pause?
He's smashing glasses.
Yeah. I picked up my jug and smacked the glass. But, why is everyone targeting Gaga Fat? It's not a piss pause. Can you hear the stadium right now?
Yeah, I can hear just like an announcer almost or something.
It sounds like they're being held at gunpoint or something, like the terms are being screamed in the arena right now. Like, what's going on?
I would explain the pause, to be fair.
Yeah, I mean, good tournament admin, to be honest, to pause the game.
Yeah, like that's the sort of stuff. It's not going to be overtly in the rulebook, but it's implied that if you are getting held up by gunpoint, you should pause the game for the competitive integrity.
I mean, that's what, separates a mid-tournament admin from an exceptional one. Understanding of, how to apply the rules in a broader situation to read between the lines. Kilo, low ground, Hanzo. Yeah, you can't teach it. You can't teach talent. But you know what? Trevor, he'd be good for it. He also told people not to type in match chat though, so got to give what you take. Knife, hiding on the flank right now, pokes away a few times through the hotel. He's doing a lot of damage actually. He's even poked Sonjin rather low. Sonjin's going to have to dash up to the high ground just to stay alive. Nade in the backline is massive. Suzu off for Lee Sun-min, but Aid is still antied. Deep push on the Milgara though, and he will fall over. Down goes brother number one. Brother number two is nowhere to be seen. Just watching in the wings. Sonjin behind. He's going to be poked out by Knife and Attack together. And ONSIDE Gaming, this hold is rock solid for them. They should have stuck with the Hog.
Yeah, should have stuck with a Hog. Eventually, you'll just get you get a bit of space for Aid on the Hanzo. Eventually, Aid will connect something, or Milgara will find a hook. There's a lot of individual elements there to provide you the openings. But now, all of a sudden, minute and a half left, and it's looking a little bit tight for WAE. Nowhere near this grab, obviously, because of all the swaps even. But they do have double support ult and a blade, so they can really turbocharge Sunjin in this next fight.
Littleboy Hote, thank you very much for the 2 months. Hey, I misclicked. How do I refund, babe? I think there's a support page somewhere on the Twitch. You'll work it out, mate. Welcome back, even if it's a fleeting moment. All right, ONSIDE Gaming now up on the high ground, just holding on to all the space they can. Sonjin has a blade. He dashes deep. He gets the bubble. Wall is out in response from Knife, but Aid is down already. Sonjin might just want to hold on to this blade, save it for next, because one of the two brothers is already dead. Sonjin, Lee Sun-min fall over, and WAE, they trade a dragon for a symbol, and that's all they get.
Yeah, really happy with that in the end if you are ONSIDE Gaming. Obviously, it costs you the symbol, but now you have the beat as an answer to this oncoming Tidal Blast or Blade Push from WAE. WAE do nearly have the grab, but they're running out of time to get this right. And all the eggs are going to have to go into the Sunjin basket here to turn this one around.
Yeah, Sonjin really does have to deliver well beyond reasonable expectation in all honesty. I mean, the fact that Opener is sitting on a beat drop to counter out this blade, and it's just a dry blade for the moment anyway. Knife poked quite low early on, but the support pocket is good. You can see that back lane is being held by the Hanzo and the Ana. Irony is really well positioned with this top right angle. There's a TP to bail him out. Sonjin actually goes for the one-shot, forces the beat out. So Sonjin, he's delivering on the promise of carrying. Knife swings wide, actually goes down as well. So that's 2 now for Milgaru, and might not even need to use the blade because Sonjin has done so much work in the neutral, baited everything from onside. A Poco bomb from attack, 2v5, cried.
Gets back into the mech, but Ada's marking this angle. Attack has to rush towards point as well, but what are we hoping for Attack? Presumably he's going to be swapping Zarya after this anyway and just squaring up in the mirror like he did at the end of third point. But that's a bit of a disappointment for ONSIDE Gaming. They had so much force just by a bubbled Genji coming in. Nah, they really wanted that beat to counter out a more meaningful ult.
Can't wait for the mandatory 10-minute lecture on the bright lights theory to explain this loss. What are we talking about, Sufi? What are we talking about right now? What do bright lights have to do with this series? It's very dim in the room for this match.
It's gloomy.
Now you can, yeah, it's gloomy. Hazy. Knife over on the flank, poking away. He's got Aid up on the high ground, but Aid is just going to backstep, take his time, swings back through to main, gets behind his brother. Irony has a nano boost available, but Sonjin still has this blade in the pocket, and now the support ults aren't necessarily online to counter out the blade. Irony is a huge target. Opener and Kilo playing the flank together. If one receives a counter nano, the other might just go down. Opener catches a bolt. Blade is pulled by Sonjin, but it's a piss take situation, I'm afraid. So that's going to be a 1-for-0 trade. Dragon comes out of respect for Kilo. Milgaru kites back into it. So much respect right now. Kited out though, and now WAE can swing back in with the grab. ONSIDE Gaming have stepped up. Don't want to solo grab the Zarya though because the counter nano is available. Sonjin is in behind, drawing the aggro of a million men. Where's the swing from WAE?
There's no pressure in main, so they just all get to turn onto Sonjin for free. Now still trying to walk forward. Milgaru does have the grab, but they are getting pushed back here as well. Grav does come out. They're trying to turn it. Defensive nano is in play for Attack. They turn it. Milgaru has been fried. And now Attack, unbound from the gravity, will just fly forward. Able to get all of these cleanup kills as well. Big pressure onto Lee Soo-min. Soozes himself out. Doesn't actually get too many of the cleanup kills. Asleep there as well. A right click. And Maka will live for now, but they survive the Grav turn on side.
And they've already survived the grab turn, and they're about to have their own grab turn on the cards. Support ultimates for WAE are a lot more difficult to deal with at grab as well. No beat drop to counter it out, of course. Only the Suzy Q and an incredible Guardian Wave is going to separate them from victory here. There's a TP in main that's been broken by Knife. Attack's actually quite committed and has the grab forced right out of him. Maka self-cast the Tidal Blast. Milgaru might just be fine inside this as well. And the grab finds no value whatsoever. Everybody for ONSIDE Gaming is falling over. The anti in the backline doesn't even find a single trade. And WAE, they've clutched this one out. Real fortunate.
Yeah, Attack there caught completely out in the open there. Couldn't get back, dropped the grab to try and turn the fight, but they don't have the follow-up for it. Now ONSIDE Gaming have to play retake with a beat. Lee Soo-min can mirror the Kitsune rush in there to try and hold their ground as well, but we're heading into overtime, so all about this support ult trade now. They still have to cross a lot of distance here ONSIDE Gaming, which means an early bubble comes out, a TP and a beat to flip. Kitsune rush in the mix as well, trying to get that Freya out of the sky, but cannot. The later bubbles, and they run over Attack now. They don't get on the point, the checkpoint's gone through, and they went for this desperate beat push, but they just had too much, WAE.
Yeah, ultimately WAE just too comfortable with the ults. And now you can see a bit of a stagger onto Knife. Even though Knife is fully talked, they're trying to take their time with it. They're trying to play with their food just so that they can stagger him out a little bit more and make that final fight more awkward. Huge pick for Kilo though. Hanzo is a bit of a magician with the logs. He often finds these very fortunate kills. And there he swings up onto the high ground, rips off Aid's head. Now you can see Lee Soo-min trying to off angle. Storm arrows splashing away. But Kilo's pushing deep. He wants more. He wants staggers. Milgaru, no bubbles being poked out. Out in main, you can see Maka as well. But Kilo, he might have overstepped here. He's face to face with Sonjin. He will survive. Bowler's out in main. Nano onto Attack. He's running it down now. Grab comes out from Milgaru. Attack, self-bubble. TP's out of the grab as well. Kilo finds Aid yet again. And ONSIDE, they're holding on here.
Yeah, lots of bubbles being thrown Kilo's way, and Sonjin Blades! You have to be kidding me. They've actually traded Attack through this, so they can still kind of fight. They're going for it. Tidal Blast onto Milgaru. Irony throws the sleep out, but no connection. Trapped in the corner, trying to get out of here. Milgaru gets that one, but he needs more help. Knife is full beam on top of his face. Opener comes up, gets two. Kilo is off the map, I guess, but it doesn't matter. The trades from Opener are good.
Nice trades from Dopey Opie. Sim turrets all over the point. Aid's going to come in, touch, get absolutely obliterated by that car wash. He does survive, actually. Milgaru punches on, throws up the block, drops a Suzy Q as well. From Lee Sumin to keep him going. Another punch comes through. Not sure that there's any kills converted. Here's the beat push, though. ONSIDE Gaming, they've got the ultimates that WAE do not, and they just run WAE over. 2 for 0 trades right now, and a C9 to close it out. Scoreline evened up 1-1. Series hands.
It's got hands, it's got legs, and Kilo again, just consistent value every time he goes onto this Hanzo pick, honestly. Big difference maker for him, but have to talk about attack, because he just can't lose a map at this point. His 3rd map win in a row, and against tough opposition. Zeta Division 2, and then obviously the first one against WAE here today. So really looking up for attack, but you have to imagine that WAE are now going to send us right back into a Kellen map. And it's Milgaru and Aid who are the brothers on WAE.
2 brothers, a desperate need to clutch. A Roadhog pick that, you know, initially had me sold. But as the map progressed,
Getting harder and harder to buy.
Milgaru doesn't have the hog gene. Crocs, on the other hand, someone whose hog I've literally never seen, and I've only heard about through reputation and his own accounts. I believe in him. For a double where one of the matches is against Twisted. Like, I'm thinking about the Crispy Gambit, you know? Like, the Crispy Gambit paid. Crocs is cheaper than Crispy. He might solve my tank problem. He has a slam dunk this week, and a potential 1-1 next week. I'm Crocsing it, okay?
I know, it's a scary Croxin.
I'm taking the penalty this week. I'm taking the 25 penalty, and I'm going in on Crocs.
I'm really keen to get Infected in, because then Infected is just a lifer, you know?
Yeah, well, if I wanted to get Infected in, then I wouldn't be able to capitalize on any of the doubles for the rest of the time.
Oh, week 6 Liquid double.
Yeah, week 6 Liquid double, which would involve keeping 2 players, like Choice A1 and Violet, that might just go negative this week versus, I think they play like Alcat or something, or they play someone hard.
Twisted Minds they play this week.
Yeah, like, I'm not a huge believer in Vision versus Twisted, to be honest. I feel like Twisted just has the edge in that. Maybe that's wrong. Like, maybe dropping Violet isn't right.
I am considering, because obviously I want to get rid of... Ideal would be Skyle, Choi, and Rhino are all replaced for me. But I might just keep Skyle and only replace Choi.
I mean, if I wanted to go really fucking crazy with it, like really fucking crazy, then the play would definitely be keep Violet, get rid of Landon for Z, get rid of Landon for Z, get Crocs, get rid of Choi for anyone human.
Like Zomba or something.
Zomba. And then hope that Violet doesn't absolutely massively underperform. Hope that Z performs well, take the penalty, and then I'm dropping... In the following week, I'm dropping Z, and I'm dropping Zomba, and I'm picking up better support talent, but then I've freed up that Landon budget, and I don't need to make that trade later. Because I'm a little worried about the fact that Landon's always earning for me, he's always consistent and doing well, but he's also just eating up my whole budget and preventing me from ever making a trade in the other roles, you know? Like, there's future penalties for me if I don't get rid of Landon this week.
Yeah. Yes, this is on
Whereas
live
Violet
patch.
is like a safe key for a little while longer.
Also, actually, the thing is, once Violet's bad or Vision's bad weeks are this week, week 3, and week 6. So if you keep them, you're actually fine to keep them for weeks 4 and 5 as well.
Yeah, exactly. So I think that could be the move. Penalty points this week, keep Violet, even though they play Twisted, even though he's a fucking feeder in the hard games. Drop Landon for Z. Auntie, you kind of look like the 6'7" kid. Yeah, I need to get a haircut. There's actually a whole 7TV mode for that.
No way.
Yeah, I mean, 6'8" in my chat. But yeah.
How do you think Sakura will do? I don't know. I'm getting. The more I think about it, the colder I get on Sakura. I mean, I know they've only had tough games, so it might be like too harsh to judge. And they've also had bad matchups, right? They're a team that want to play Zarya, and they play into SSG, who just want to play Zarya, and are significantly better at it. So they just get blown out in that mirror, right? But actually, versus some of these other teams who are playing, you know, like Extinction, who are playing a bit more ball, a bit more hazard, maybe they can just thrive. But I also worry that, like, PDK had a stinker last week. I know they got smashed, right? So everyone kind of had a stinker, but I feel like PDK's was a particularly poor performance. And then if Sakura aren't getting a lot of value out of Zombra and PDK, then fuck, how much legs does this roster really have? Do they get dragged into a dogfight with Ducks? Maybe not. But Extinction I can see them losing to, because I think Hitori and King have been really good so far in these opening 2 games. Yeah, a lot of people are, I think, considering the penalty.
You get minus 25 points on the leaderboard if you make a 3rd trade. So you can make more than 2 trades in a week, but it costs you 25 points overall. Not budget, but points. So like 2 weeks in, I have, what, 403 points or something? And I will take a 25 penalty. Yeah, so you can keep making trades, but it costs you. And like, you never want to trade into someone that you want to dump in the following week, because then, you know, the presumption there is that it's essentially going to cost you 50, right? Because it's like a trade into another trade. So unless it's like a pre-position. You said you did all your trades too early this week? Yeah, usually I missed doing the early trades on like Vega and stuff, you know, like Vega Fixer, like I could have gotten Vega 2 points cheaper. I could have gotten Hawk before his price increases, etc., etc. I missed out on those opportunities by not doing trades early. But then this week, I looked at who I had on my roster and I thought there is a 0% chance that anyone on my roster is going down in value, and there's a high chance that people are going up. So I'm not going to make any changes here until like closer to the end of the week. Whereas last week, I made the changes before price differences because of that, I think. Maybe I just made them on Wednesday.
Do you think Choi goes positive versus TM? No, I'm really keen to sell Choi. Was Burner or Maggin against T1? Burner was in, I think it was 2 maps each. Burner won one of his, Mag lost both of his. If I should get any support right now, who should I get? I wonder if GK are just like, they're just lining up to be really good. It's a shame their double isn't better, but like UV was just a big point scorer. Like what's interesting, if you saw the post we did on the top, you can see on the fantasy page as well. But if you look at, if I go to the home page and look at the top performing players for this week, how many of these players had doubles? Violet didn't, Rhino didn't, UV didn't, Kev didn't, Tama didn't, Fixer didn't, Zero. Tread was like the highest scoring double guy, you know? So I'm wondering if a Sakura double is closer to a Genji double in terms of value than it is a like SSG week 1 value. So I wonder if actually is this Sakura double potentially overrated? And that's the problem I'm trying to solve at the moment. But Genji had a tough match. Yeah, but that's what I'm thinking about in this Extinction one. Is the Extinction game actually tough for them? Alright, Attack continues to be in the lineup as ONSIDE Gaming take us to Suravasa. Again, a reminder, it's the only Flashpoint map available this week. And Attack is going to be playing the D.Va after the Hog ban. Milgari, though, will just play the Wrecking Wheel here. It's going to be Sim and Torp from Wei. The same look we saw from in the T1 series as well. But Lee Soo-min, just a big old opening pick on Tequilo before the fight even really begins. So already ONSIDE, they have to consider just giving this one up and playing for retake.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Yeah, just works.
10, 11, just works. Beautiful. First cap goes for Wei, and look, Hog being banned out. Maybe it takes away something scary that Wei can play, but now they can play some of their absolute best. Milgizzy on the Wrecking Wheel, Slam comes out. Kilo is instantly dead. This inside point, a bit awkward for the Freya because it's so easy for the ball to get on top of him. And now you can see Milgari just rolling through, misses his first boot, but gets the final connect boot onto Opener. He's being chased out by the entirety of ONSIDE Gaming, but it's just not going to make a lick of difference, is it, Nazab? Because you can see Sonjin has fallen over in main.
Chance to get on point now for Onside Gaming. They've gotten this support ult closer as well, just to how much damage they've been taking in that corner. They'll clear the turret and now turn their attention onto A to force him off the point. Trying to charge up a knife here, force him out. A doesn't actually take the TP back in time. Attack's taken a lot of damage as a result, but if Onside can keep him in mech, which they can't, they have a decent chance. Still trades going back and forth. It's Milgaru who takes over the point touch. They still have a chance for the flip. Milgaru has to get off now, and that will be the flip. And Onside Gaming do a good job there. Big help from that opening pick.
Yeah, huge value from that opening pick. Really opens the door for Onside Gaming, and now they're right back in it. Huge bank of ultimates on the cards. Attack should have his suit online by the time the fight actually begins. It's a little bit ropey for him right this second, but have faith, stay the course, everything's going to be fine. Lee Soo-min TPs over to the side of the point already, though. Slam comes out for Milgaru, but Attack is now back in suit. Another pre-fight pick onto Kilo, though. We can't keep having these for Onside. 5v4 situation already for WAE, as they've got a significant advantage now. No hit scan available. Still Onside are in control. This symbol has bought them an awful lot of time.
Slam coming through from Milgaru, has the minefield as well. Knife is going to get Suzu'd out of that. They go Tidal Blast instead just to live. Knife has traded onto Lee Soo-min, actually. Tidal Blast out. Aid will get the kill. Traded for it by Irony, though. Onside Gaming still right in this as the minefield comes out. Attack has for self-destruct if they need it. Onside in control of point, will be keen to hold that one. Attack is just hiding in the corner right now. Full pocket into Knife in the backline. Attack needs a lot of help. Desperately holding on to that mech. Will drop the self-destruct in the end. Need to make sure they get him back in mech here. He is safely in the corner now, and it will just be a full reset of the fight now. Post-bomb attempt from Sunjun, but he doesn't actually have a chance to use it. Attack is 1 HP in the backline. He's gone so deep for this. He's just died. Can they hold on to this point without him? They need to keep getting the touch here, WAE. They're dealing with more threats in the back, but now WAE have got the flip. Attack has got a trade on the baby. He's killed Sunjun. He's 70% to mech again. They're right back into this. Attack will finally get taken down. Lee Soo-min with a double. Milgaru will take over a point contest, trying to hide behind this wall. They're trying to poke out this Sim, but Knife, he's the raid boss. He's getting full pocket. One dink. The orb splash as well. Kitsune rush from Irony to keep pocketing Knife. Knife drops for Sim wall. He's just going to try and do it all himself, clearing everything off, trying to beam this down. Milgaru gets out. They need another touch coming through. Blink on now from Sunjun. Knife still looking for more. He can't confirm any of these kills. His beam is too short, but Knife, he can eventually find Sunjun. One more touch comes through, but they don't give a touch, and Onside Gaming have won the first point.
No touch for WAE, and Onside Gaming absolutely stealing this one away. Even when Attack is out of suit, still it starts to slip for WAE. Kilo finds 2 as well. Lee Soo-min and Maka both falling over. And really now, double support ultimate for WAE in the next turn. Minefield as well. It's a great point for the wheel. You can slam down those mines right from above the objective, and that will allow you to completely coat the objective. You can see right now Milgaru is in an essentially uncontestable position, of course, unless Kilo throws a TP up there, hacks him out of the skybox. Nicely done, Kilo. Maybe there is a brain in that head of yours after all. Deep push now for Onside Gaming, and they've bullied WAE off the point. They're not going to steal the cap for this one, but now there's way more pressure on WAE.
Kitsune rush to start the fight from Lee Soo-min. Opener's going to drop a Tidal Blast just onto himself to try and force this one back. Lee Soo-min takes a backstep, but they've still got this Kitsune rush to work with, so should be able to force a lot of the objective, but they've not given it up quite yet. They're trying to pocket Sunjun on the point now. Onside Gaming, they don't have any more ults to throw at this, but they just want to keep touching. Opener's going to die for that touch, though. Not what they wanted. Post bomb onto Knife, and after all of that, they end up throwing it away. I wonder if they were better just actually giving the flip and just continuing to play slow. Attacker's got another Baby Diva kill.
I mean, look, Onside Gaming, not a bad start, in all honesty. WAE had, like, really insane ults to load into that one. Onside Gaming, they get the cap, and it only costs them the Tidal Blast. They get a decent chunk of percentage as well. This next turn for Onside, though, this is going to be, where it's going to be really good for them, because they've got an EMP, which is so difficult to deal with for WAE. Slam turn comes out early for Milgaru. He's actually just going to double roll in and out. Does a bit of damage to Irony, forces the TP, but Onside need to get to the objective. To leverage this symbol, this EMP, they need to actually get to the point, and their rotations is being destroyed right now by Milgaru. The front line of WAE doing all the work.
Now they just have to play to reset, potentially on site. They're still rotating towards point, actually. I guess they have the EMP. They're going to try and do it without Knife. They go onto it now. Kitsune rush to start. Symbol in response from Aid. They have the EMP to break that one. Kilo's looking for it on the point. EMP hits 3 of them as well. Tidal Blast to keep Aid alive, and they get no kills out of that EMP. Self-destruct on the point as well. Aid trying to TP to safety. They're trying to chase him down. He's getting full pocket. Attack flies into that one. Can't confirm the kill, though. Suzu is good. Keeps Aid alive through all of it, and suddenly Onside, they are out of ults. They are they're out of HP, and the cleanup is looking good. They got the flip, but it's going to be such a hard final fight, if they even can really go for it.
Yeah, in WAE now. They've
No,
actually
Open's going
got...
to die late.
No, it's way too easy for them at this stage. They cap out. ONSIDE Gaming, I mean, they've blown the bank in this turn as well. EMP, War, Attack, playing Zarya at this point. I think this is a bad sign. This is a bad sign for ONSIDE at this stage, because I think that the Zarya on these more open points, it just doesn't really have the capacity to actually win these fights. Milgaru, Lee Min, Maka, everyone can play too far away. Who is Attack actually going to be pushing? If it was a tight insular point, you could just play on the objective and you can push in. But he's rolled very poorly on the objective that he actually has to play Zarya on here, because it's big and wide and there's a high ground as well. So it's really hard for Attack to ever really close the gap and find a target.
Pulse bomb attempt available for Sunjin in the back here. He's trying to force this Suzu out first. They've TP'd aggressively and killed Maka while this happens, actually. Lee Min and Sunjin are still threatening the flank, but the rotation from ONSIDE Gaming is a step ahead right now. But now Sunjin, he catches up, he finds one. Kitsune rush push, and they delete everyone off that one. Took him a little bit to get there, but you can see Lee Min and Sunjin just continuing to chase, and they will get all the cleanup, and this will be first point to WAE.
First point goes over to WAE now. And, jeez, ONSIDE, yeah, Attack's on ball. He's seen the writing on the wall. He realizes he can't play the Zarya on the open point. But the alternative, I mean, it might be even worse, to be honest. Attack on the wheel. Scary thought. Scary, scary thought. WAE, what to do? What to do? Minefield for the objective, but, you know, don't even need it. Gonna slam early on. Boops up opener. Boops around Irony. Gets a second boop on the entirety of the ONSIDE roster, essentially. Rolls back into his team. Can't transfer the shields to anybody. There's actually nobody waiting to receive it. But such a good opening hit for ONSIDE. Oh, for WAE. Another slam in main and Attack. I mean, he's almost been pre-fighted already. Minefield is out. Kilo gets caught by that one. Might have been a mine in the sky. 1-for-1 trades. This Maka will fall. But ONSIDE Gaming, they need a lot more. There's a symbol on the point. There's mines threatening.
Give it up, ONSIDE Gaming, trying to regroup behind. Irony is in deep here. TP's away from danger as Sunjin tries to hunt this down. They've actually managed to kill Milgaru here, and ONSIDE Gaming, they're making it work. They've had to go in so aggressively. Awkward rotation. A's going to find a trade, but ONSIDE Gaming have just managed to... I actually have no idea how they managed to do that. They kind of just walked forward. They took the Kitsune rush for symbol trade, and they just kept walking forward, flipped to the enemy side of the map, and then just sort of wander into a Milgaru kill.
Sonjin blinks off the map and forced to use recall early
What is
on.
happening?
So a good opener for Sonjin there. WAE are in control of the objective, but Attack is drunk driving over on the coast. Knife blinks in, looking for a target to push, but unfortunately has his recall immediately forced, has to recall back into his own team. Attack has been really poked out heavily though. You can see his health bar is oh so low, and WAE are going to recognize this as a swing timing. They're going to step up onto the point. They've got to be mindful of Kilo though. He's got that bowler shot. Attack has been hacked on the objective again. Pulse bomb comes out, connects onto absolutely nothing. Maka has the tidal blast. Milgaru's rolling backline right now. Kitsune rush comes out onto the point, bowler onto Milgaru, but Kilo is sniped right out of the sky. Hack onto Attack again. He poops out his minefield, but he can't find the kill. The tidal blast came out from opener there to try and save Attack's life, but he's just taking too much damage. Down he goes. Knife soon to follow. There's going to be another point here for WAE.
Yeah, no choice. They're going to go run and die on point here as opener gets the final touch, but that'll be another one for WAE, and ONSIDE, they threw a lot into that to try and turn it, and that's only going to put them at a deficit. That's even larger as we head over onto point B. You can see Milgaru, he's found the Sombra actually as well. He's trying to boop Attack in, slam onto him as well. Hack comes through, lots of Matrix, and that's going to be a D-Mech. They're trying to trade Milgaru, but he can get back to his team. And this means WAE should be able to take the first point, no problem. They've left the baby alive as well, so they kind of just, I think Attack either has to swap in spawn, or they're going to wait for him to charge it all the way up.
No, but it's going to be it's a swap and spawn situation for Attack. He's got 15% of his ult now, but he hasn't deleted very much. He pooped out his mines mere seconds ago. Kitsune rush available for Irony, but that's all that's in the tank for ONSIDE Gaming. Meanwhile, you look over to WAE's ult situation, and you start to feel the map 4 coming on. Kitsune rush out from Irony on the objective. Milgaru's going to match with the minefield. Body on the point already, trying to leverage the flip. Attack's going to step onto the objective, start to get that touch going so that the cap doesn't go right away. And Sonjin's actually gone down early. Aid's setting up for an EMP. He will find Irony, but he needs the Suzu to get the TP off. Opener's been stunned, stomped by the tidal blast combo. It's actually fallen to bits for WAE right now. Aid, Lee Min goes down. Opener's traded out, but it's actually ONSIDE that have the flip here. 4 ults to 1. Ooh.
outrageous fight for ONSIDE Gaming. Kind of had no right to win that one. It was way through an EMP into that. The EMP connected well. They even got an immediate kill. And then the Tidal Blast was actually used onto Milgaru. I don't think that was more of a try and save Milgaru's life than anything else. But it meant WAE have not only spent all these ults, they've lost it as well. And Sunjin's just caught up in the back here. So that's more time off the clock. The rest of them are trying to walk forward and isolate attack. He needs a bit of help here. We'll be able to drop the Matrix and get back to his team, though. Milgaru will set up behind, but with a player down already, WAE are going to have to pump the brakes.
WAE really do need to slow this one down, and I mean, they've given away such a golden opportunity. Monkey smoking a pipe to you two, Bunnykins. Now, Knife, Pulse available, but just Pulse for Pulse, and Aid is dead again. Brother, what are we doing? ONSIDE's bank is building to the point of being absolutely insurmountable now. Milgaru drunk driving in the backline. He will sneak away, he will get the Mega, but costly. They're running out of time. He's hacked up in spawn. He's gonna die. And that's just gonna be a free point for ONSIDE.
Yes, I'm just going to leap onto the point. They have the Kitsune Rush if they really want to fight this, but it's going to be difficult. Lee Soo-min does really want to fight this, but there's an attack and knife on the back line. Deadly for him there. They're threatening the cap, but attack and knife have obliterated everyone else. They'll come back and clean up the point, and it is falling apart from WAE. Why would he Kitsune Rush that?
Yeah, an interesting Kitsune Rush from Lee Soo-min. I suppose he saw something that we did not. The wool has been pulled over our eyes, but good God, that is an absolutely egregious toss. Now the scoreline is 2-2, and ONSIDE Gaming, they've got 5 ultimates with which to capitalize. Slam comes out from Milgaru. He catches Kilo out of stealth. Suzu from Irony will save Kilo from certain death. Tidal Blast now comes out onto Knife. He's blinking into the backline. He catches nothing at all. Oh, little Knife. Never a dull moment with this guy. Pulse Bomb comes out from Sonjin as well. Now Maka has the Tidal Blast if they want to go for the combo. EMP in the backline. Suzu to cleanse it. Saves the day. ONSIDE Gaming, both DPS comically low. Tidal Blast from Maka. It's a self-cast. He's going for the backline right now. 2 for Lee Soo-min. The rush on the point from Irony. That's 4 ultimates for ONSIDE Gaming to lose the fight. And attack dies off point.
Disaster, an early flip, and just when it felt like ONSIDE Gaming were back into it, tying us up 2-2, 5 ults in the bank, and 4 ultimates. And the only people getting kills are the WAE backline. Difficult situation for ONSIDE Gaming now. EMP for Aid, mines for Milgaru as well, and they will get harassed on this. You can see the early Guardian Wave is forced out already by Milgaru. He's got mines for this next cross as well. They need to try and find a way to shut down Milgaru to enable these crosses or bait it out. They're trying to get the Tracer trade, but Sunjin is just handing it to Knife as well, and all of a sudden, it looks completely unwinnable for ONSIDE Gaming. We're getting to last fight territory. Oh, attack's gonna get...
comes out. I mean, attack loses his suit. Now he can't do anything aggressive with this bomb. WAE have all of these ultimates online. I mean, that 4-ult fight is just going to be the death of ONSIDE Gaming unless they can spare a miracle here. Aid's setting up for the EMP right now. He's literally standing on top of his brother. It's like they're back in the womb at the moment. Now you can see one last chance to set up for this EMP. But attack has not spotted Aid. Aid is not even going to go for the EMP early on. He's going to manual hack the Diva first. And ONSIDE, 5 players alive are going to C9. Yuck.
Oh. I mean, it had all the makings of a good map if we just erased that 0.5 from our minds. What a first 4 points we were treated to, though. Disaster ending for ONSIDE Gaming, and Attack's win streak is finally ended. Yeah, that's a really rough one. That's like a confidence killer, I think, for ONSIDE as well, the way you lose that 5th point.
Yeah, it feels like they had heaps of opportunities to take that map. Heaps of unforced errors coming out from WAE, but just as many from ONSIDE, I'm afraid. Troglodyte.
Yeah, it's an important match for WAE as well. They're on that sort of cusp of making it directly into playoffs or having to go through the last chance qualifier. Need to win both their games, really, to give themselves a decent chance in that playoffs. And this one, I think, should actually be the easier of the two. I think they've got maybe... Is it Crazy Raccoon they've got later or something? I'll do a fact check.
Can we get a feelings check? Just to counterbalance the facts.
Yeah, Zeta division.
On Checkmate Vega Z? That's an insane roster.
Wait,
you
what
can
was
afford
it?
that course comment?
Checkmate Vega
Hawk
Z.
Zomba Checkmate. Yeah. Hawk Zomba Checkmate Vega Z. Course comment must have bought Vega at like a low price or something.
I had him already, yeah.
It's like impossible to have that roster otherwise, I think.
If you had Hawk and Vega at the start, then you're actually really set at this point. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like S tier roster, but you know the problem that this person is going to run into is that having Hawk, Checkers, Vega, like they're gonna have Z and Zomba next week. You know, like after the double's over, and like
Then
they
you
need to
can
get
just
rid
go
of
back
them.
to Vision
And-
potentially too.
Yeah, I think Vision is like. Is Vision just like underpriced?
Potentially, yeah.
Because I think like the idea that like you know you can ping pong between Vision, which is like
And Sakura,
seemingly like quite
yeah.
comfortably 4th place, and Sakura, which is more like 6th, feels wrong.
Yeah, well, I think they've got the same sort of like, you know, the Nightmare buff essentially, or Nightmare from Stage 2, you know, where they're actually performing like a cut above a lot of the other opposition. So all of a sudden, a lot of the games that might have felt like they would have been closer to 50-50 really aren't 50-50 at all, you know. Like for example, Vision against Genji and Vision against Pep suddenly don't really feel like 50-50 games after what we saw from the Genji Vision game already.
Ismay says, is Infected, Karmez, Psycho, Vega, and Violet good? I show finance. I show finance.
A game 5 between two good teams is better than a good double stomp, I think. Yeah, I think in many ways, the optimal is actually what happened to Hawk, right? Where you get like 2 3-1s, but you're dominant on your maps, and it's kind of close on the map you lose. Speed invest? Thank you, Eris. Oh, that's why. Oh, fuck. I need to figure out this article. Hold on, chat. I'm sending you back to my face for a second.
Oh, Chris Prime 39. Thank you very much for the Prime. It's literally in your name. Thanks for 2 months. Welcome back.
Wait, Vanska, so are you listening to me right now?
Is keeping Hawk this week good, or are they going to get fucked by Liquid? I think if you
I
have
don't-
Hawk, you keep Hawk.
Yeah, I don't think
unless
they
you
get
like board
fucked.
Hawk at the current like. I don't, for one, I don't think they get fucked, and even if they do get fucked, like the only viable trade, right, is Hawk for Infected, and then you're keeping Infected for the whole stage. I think there's like a bit of reason to that. Like that feels kind of sensible. Hash Brown says I'm sticking with Rhino. All right, have fun, buddy. But yeah, you've had Hawk since week 1. I feel like if you've had Hawk since week 1, you have so much flexibility because you can sell him for a profit and move elsewhere. But like, I don't know. I think Hawk is just like a consistently high earner.
Infected is an
But
upgrade
if
though
you
with
have
the week
flexibility-
6 double. Like I
Yeah,
think
Infected will be an upgrade in week 6. Prior to week 6, I don't think it matters that much. I think Hawk will earn insane and Infected will earn insane all the way through to week 6. So it's like whether you have Hawk or Infected isn't really much of a muchness. So you might as well just trade your other roles, to be honest. if you want to trade tank roll, boost my clean feed. If you want to trade tank roll to get doubles, then go for it. But I don't think I would trade Hawker Infected. I wouldn't paperclip trade him. I'd only trade him for someone that's going to double. And all the doubles from here on out are kind of weird, right? Because it's like, in North America, I don't know if you want Cuffer for a double, because he looks like he's got a fucking drinking problem when he plays Wrecking Ball. And both of the top EMEA teams, or all three of the top EMEA teams, have 2 tanks, right? Like, that makes it really difficult to make a good judgment around any of the EMEA tanks for a double. Like, if they have 2 tanks and they're alternating in and out and you don't know who's playing, like, it makes it really difficult to put one of those guys on your roster, you know? Like,
I was thinking this as well. It's like, more from a pricing point, but I was like, in a weird way, like, Vess and Ice are both almost overpriced, but not if they play every game, you know? Like, it's so... Like, they're not worth it for a player who's only going to get, like, potentially 2 maps. It's like the same as the Scissors one, you know? Like, Scissors was kind of underpriced, but because he only played, like, 2 out of 3 maps or whatever it was, or 2 out of 4 maps, it's not actually a big returner.
until watch VP's matches up until now. You can't make me.
What's that in response to? Or do they just want to watch VP?
They're both... They said until watch VP's matches up until now, they're both earning the same. Huh? What do you mean they're earning the same?
Vess and Ice. Well, they're earning the same as each other, or not far off at least. But the problem is that split.
The neck and neck. They're dividing their total
dividing
map
the
time
points.
across 2 people. Yeah. Can't have both of them. A player that has a double and plays full time will earn full points. A player that doesn't play full map time will not earn full points, no matter what. If they play like 4 out of 6, it's worthwhile, you know? Or, you know, like fucking 8 out of 10 or whatever it may be. No, but
Morning,
how can
DD.
you pick them? What do you mean? Deeply confused, I'm afraid.
I think you can probably justify it a little bit more of a double game week in week 6, just because it'll, you know, 2 maps will turn into 4 maps, right? So it'll be still quite good, but it still doesn't feel the most efficient use of money. All right, ONSIDE Gaming, hanging on. Going over to Rialto, so in theory another attack-favoured map. Attack the player, not attack the side. Widow, not really scouted there, but Aid can't find the shot. Let me give you some numbers just to make sure we're in sync. 49, 48, 47, 46.
Yeah, it just works.
45. Easy. So yeah, Aid's going to back it up to the back of the map on that Widow, while Milgaro will just be lurking on the top of this high ground, looking for hook opportunities and threatening that flank.
Kilo back in main. I mean, this angle right now for him, if he can swing top, if he can displace Milgaro, it's good. But for as long as he is face-to-face with Milgaro, it's very, very awkward because he's just going to be body checked by... Yeah, he's gone out to main now. He's up on the balcony. He's just going to ping-pong back and forth, trying to avoid the hooks as much as he can. Needs to be very careful not to get caught out. Now, fast rotation comes through for ONSIDE. They actually flip all the way through, and they're right behind WAE. I love this rotation from them because now they have more open space, and it's now Milgaro that has to sit on the low ground, start holding the card.
Here comes the Tracer onto the Widow as well. Aid needs a lot of help here. He's actually managed to force for recall. Blinks off it. Aid is going to try and flip the map. 42 HP. Gets round the corner as well. It's topsy-turvy now as ONSIDE Game. They're trying to come back, but Attack dies for this as he goes all the way in. And somehow, WAE have just managed to survive all of this. Aid is still just lurking up here as well. Gets the angle for free. Needs to be careful with a little bit of respawns as they still have to deal with the Tracer behind. But Sunjun deals with that one. And WAE, good counter rotations.
Yeah, great rotations from WAE. Not getting their ankles snapped at any point. Even Aid surviving the onslaught of the Tracer. Running him down. Double bolt onto Aid though. Nicely done, Kilo. Good hands on this guy, I'll tell you. Instant pick for him. TP back for Lee soon, and his attack is going to push up on the flank. Another man with fantastic pans, and that is going to be ONSIDE. Taking that first choke, bullying WAE back into a corner where they have much less space, and all they can really do is hold the cart, play for softer dives around the corner. Bolts again from Kilo, forcing the recall from Sonjun as well.
Kitsune Rush available for both Kirikos. Milgaru is again lurking, but they need someone to touch for point. They come in for the contest. Hook is missed by Milgaru. Aid is already dead during this trade too. Now Milgaru will take over touch. Tidal Blast onto him as well as he looks for the stun. Catches it, but no, doesn't confirm the kill. Now he gets opener as well. Did have beat. Bomb is out from attack and the remake. Milgaru will take a load of damage, but he's on hog, so he'll heal through all of it, and they get the stop way.
Boost, 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 boost. 40, 39, 38, 37, 36, 35, 34. Boost! Keep boosting! Fuck, I'll skip forward 5.
All right, 28,
I'm
27,
refreshing the page.
26,
I'm refreshing the page.
25, 24, 22, 21.
It just works.
20.
Just worked. Perfect. Absolutely.
Love
perfect.
that it worked.
Thank you for the boost. Rowan, 4 boosts. Craig, hook from Milgaru, catches knife. But the matrix from attack will keep him healthy. ONSIDE Gaming, 1 bite to win. Another hook. Craig!
Bowler comes out onto aid. He will be kept alive through all of that as well. As ONSIDE Gaming, they're trying to move the fight back towards point. They have that beat a hook onto attack. They do get him out of that full matrix. They beat push now, but Milgaru, the whole hog, he's pushing them all back. Knife is on the back line, but barely a scratch. Milgaru most certainly scratched. 20 HP, but links up with Lee Soo-min to keep him alive. They've lost a lot of players to this beat push foe. Advantage for ONSIDE Gaming. They all regroup together, and I think this should be enough in the end. Hanging on to that mech, and they will be able to get it over the line once they clear Milgaru. Little boot back, pressure on the back line. They're actually ignoring the hog now. They force the TP out, set up that easy kill, and finally, surely, Milgaru will fall. Pulse bomb, TP back on. Sunjun's actually found a kill on Widow. They still need to deal with this sim. Waving, riding back to point. Mac has come back and killed opener. They need to be careful. 44 centimeters, and attack will eventually get it done. A little bit scary, but ONSIDE cap first.
All right, let's lower the quality. A refresh does nothing to save me here.
Craig!
You're on following? Alright, Batman. We had a good run, Batman. Thank you. Alright. 16, 15, 14,
Wait, I'm
13,
behind. 17,
12,
16, 15, 14,
15,
13.
14, 13, 12, 11, 10,
Just
9.
works.
Tell me it works. Just works. Bomb available for attack now. Irony with the Kitsune Rush as well. ONSIDE Gaming. Took them a long time to cap that first point, but they got there in the end. So now the Kitsune Rush is out. Simwall in response and a Tidal Blast onto aid. Mac is so low though, but the peel comes through from Lee Soo-min at the last possible moment. Saves the day. Knife hooked onto the high ground. The Matrix is a little bit short. A few inches makes all the difference, as that's going to be an opening pick for WAE. Slowing down. Oh my god, another one. Crocs, Crocs, Crocs. I'm feeling it right now, man. He's so good for it. And Kilo, swing and main, just not going to happen.
Attack's pretty low underneath as well. Needs to be careful not to have this bomb force out, and then they can go for another push again. This time they do have the beat. A little bit of harassment from opener, just scouting, seeing where everyone is there as they'll get the touch on point. Hook to interrupt that shift from attack. They have the beat to keep going. Milgaru down to half HP. Use a lot of that healing resource, but ONSIDE Gaming are going to slow it down. Heal attack first. Beat is ready to go though if they want. Attack though just clearing the point, waiting for this timing for opener. The whole hog has been baited out, but he's killed Kilo, so maybe not really baited out at all. TPing around for Hook as well, and attack can't get away. Isn't going to bomb for this either. They're going to save it all for the last fight.
Yeah, there's a bomb in the pocket. Attack goes down. Opener trading out with Sonjun as well. But 56 seconds on the clock. Irony going down later still. This is essentially one fight. I do wonder whether ONSIDE Gaming are planning anything, you know, special for this beat turn. They have a huge ult swing. If they can just crash out from the high ground. Take top on the retake. Push top. Go for a beat push onto the backline. Real potential there. You can see they're taking a lot of high ground space already. We've got Kilo up on the high ground. We've got attack. Briefly ping-ponging up there, but then dropping back down again. Knife is trying to play for an objective touch. Car wash behind him deals a bit of damage. You can see there's a few up on the choke, but here comes that high ground push. Kitsune rushes out. Overclock is out. Opener, good discipline, holds onto the beat. Finally drops it. Knife doesn't receive it. The hook is good, but Knife has fallen. Where was Knife during that beat turn? Second hook goes wide for Milgaru as he drops into the cart, but it's looking worse and worse for ONSIDE. They've traded Makazav.
Kill him, but back. Attack still has the self-destruct to keep going as the TP from A just to try and keep alive. He dies 98% to Symbol. Now Milgaro has to dive on point. He can stay alive for a while, of course, as the Hogs always can, but he's just getting isolated. Hook comes out. He needs more help. Kitsune Rush, Tidal Blast thrown in. Sunjin on the backline gets the stun, gets the kill, but Knife has found a pulse bomb trade. Milgaro has stabilized through all of this. Sunjin has his recall force. There we go. Bomb onto the self-destruct. They kill the baby. Low HP behind. Knife finds for trade. Irony finds for trade. They're not out of the woods yet, Way. They need more. Opener is low. 1 HP round the corner. Opener doesn't die. Knife and Irony get the kills, and Onside gets a third point.
Oh, nice little clutch there for Onside. Absolute skin of their pearly white situation. Attack is going to make the move over to Zarya as well. Now they're on third point. It's a flat, narrow point. Very difficult to play D.Va any longer into the Hog. Decent point for the Hog because you can flank through the left, the right-hand sides, find those opening picks, but Attack making the move over to Zarya is going to make things difficult, no doubt about it, because those counter bubbles can be huge. Lee Min is actually forced to TP early, winds up inside a Sojin snare, and that's to Suzu as well, so a real opportunity right now for Onside to step on the gas a little bit. Don't think Attack actually has any energy, but Kilo swinging on the flank, finds Sojin early!
Now pressure onto the Hog, they're forcing him back, attack up to 40 odd energy. They've got this Hog surrounded, but the TP gets him out of that one for now. Milgaro's immediately going to turn us into a flank, looking for a kill. Misses for Hook though, Beat comes out to try and finish the job. I don't think Attack got it, but they're still pushing forward, cleaning up all of these kills. Milgaro with one more trade, I don't know if it's going to be enough though. Knife is just good for the cleanup again, just for Hog left on point. And Onside Gaming, cap with time left.
And time on the clock. Series on our hands. Are you ready for the Minjay map 5? I know I'm not. I'm really hoping Kellen stays on the bench for this one, I'm going to be honest. If they have Attack playing musical heroes, playing Zarya, D.Va, whatever, into the Hog, and then they bring in Kellen on map 5 to play Ball versus the Hog, I'm going to fucking cry. It's going to go like New Queen Street, Kellen, Ball. Have they banned Hog yet, actually?
Let me have a little looky-loo.
I think they might have banned Hog on Suravasa.
Where are we going? Onside Gaming have banned the Hog on Suravasa, yes.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, please don't put Kellen in. Please, God, don't put Kellen in on map 5. What has been banned by WAE so far?
We have banned Bull, Reaper, Lucio, and Anna.
So they can still ban Zarya or D.Va. I think they should just go like New Queen Street, ban Zarya, play Hog.
Yeah, force him to D.Va, and then just, yeah.
Yeah, game's gone. WAE might be losing this one, but they're not losing the next.
D.Va start from Onside Gaming. Kilo going to be playing the Sojin. Again, the nature of the Hog will just give Kilo a lot of these opportunities. Worth noting, all these beat pushes have actually been, I think they've all been converted successfully for opener for the most part here. So getting a lot of value out of that ultimate. For now, it's a TP to get Milgaro onto the high ground. He catches the D.Va immediately. Down to half HP. Attack gets inside, but there's more follow-up, so no escape. And this is going to be a quick first point. Or, well, first fight for WAE. They can get this payload all the way to checkpoint. And obviously, once we are fighting around that checkpoint, the Hog is actually so powerful there.
The Hog is really good versus the D.Va in this matchup. Milgaro can just walk and do whatever he pleases everywhere he goes. Attack gets inside. Is that a 6-7 FAPSI spy, Rowan? No way they are losing this, and yet here we are. And they go baller boy. And the clean feed requires a very minor boost as well. If you've got any boost in the tank, Rowan, now would be the time. Kilo pushing deep, trying to finish these kills. He's being peppered from behind. The Trace is doing oh so much work to him. He will go down in the end. Lee Min rips his head clean off, but Attack takes down Maka. And that is going to be 1-for-1. Everything should be relatively stabilized right now, but Onside Gaming, they're losing cart control. You can see Milgizzy on the cart, just stealing it away. Gets TP'd in, looking for a hook opportunity. Finds nothing yet, but he's very patient with this hook. He's going to force the recall.
Knife's got two.
Knife's going to kill Sonjin and Aid. Finally, the hook comes out. He catches Attack, but I mean, damage is done. Knife has just gone and snipped through the entirety of WAE.
I was looking so good for WAE there. It's always scary when that Hog is TPing back and forth. You know, he has hook off cooldown as well. But Knife, the real difference maker. Important trades, fully reset WAE. And they're going to have to set all of this up again. They nearly have Kitsune Rush advantage. They'll have a Pulse Bomb to throw in there too, WAE. But they have to cross. And this is the area where actually Onside can try and find a lot of damage if they can get a good connection on these TPs.
Milgaro already into the side for free. He's simply uncontestable. He hooks Attack in. Huge chunk of damage comes out onto him. Sonjin will survive his initial duel on the flank, but you can see Milgaru, they're taking the backline. The two brothers, he says, brother, put me in their backline, takes the TP, doesn't go for the hook. Brother provides nothing. Yeah, both brothers disappointing in this department, to be perfectly honest. Knife takes down Maka though, so at least somebody for ONSIDE is firing on all cylinders to turn it around. As WAE, they've dropped a Kitsune rush on the objective. No way, the touch is required. Beat comes out for OP. Irony hasn't received the beat, nor his attack. Attack is incredibly low, but he might have the bomb. Suzuki should secure the bomb here. Milgaru on the cut. Hooks! Kilo takes him down through the symbol. 2-for-1 trades though as Irony and attack both find kills. Milgaru's going to go down again as Irony finds another headshot frag. And WAE so close, but no cigar.
Oh, it works out. ONSIDE have to drop both support ults there as they were rushing for that touch up against the Kitsune rush. For how winnable it looked for WAE, might kind of bite him in the end because they dropped a symbol into that, which is really their best ult for fighting on that point. So now WAE fully reset. They have to do a lot of these rotations and clearing space again. Kilo will have an overclock. Attack will have a self-destruct. They have the whole hog and the tidal blast though, WAE. If they can get themselves a point, this whole hog is going to cause them so many problems.
Kilo out in main right now has the clock, but I don't know, like everybody's no way, Mil Gizzy. Finally, one of the brothers comes alive, rips open off the wall. Kilo pulls the clock, he gets the Suzu, but he's still in so much trouble. Tidal Blast comes out. Kilo's got no escape. He's waddling away. Milgaru waddles right into Kilo's face and drops it on him. Bomb comes out from attack. They can't finish the kill on attack, but somebody has to get the touch, and Dopey Opie, he comes hooning in like a bat out of hell off the objective. Cap's gonna go through for WAE.
Will just be clean up now for WAE to get the final ones here. Knife battling it out, but it's Milgaru again. Every time it feels like WAE are struggling or they're not winning these ult turns or everything like that, they can't stop trading. A pick like this just before the fight from Milgaru opens it up, and all of a sudden WAE 3-minute time bank for second point. A decent chance, and already Milgaru, he's going forward. He's looking for his opportunities, trying to begging someone to peek that corner so he can try and go for the hook. There we go.
Oh, Milgaru hooks in attack. Huge neutral advantage. Now attack can't do anything as he needs to take more healing away from his team. Milgaru swings for another hook opportunity but gets nothing for it. Blink onto the card for Knife. He's starting to contest now. Both Tracers scrapping it out on the objective. But a hook comes through again, and attack a bit too slow on the Matrix this time around. Kilo has fallen. Two brothers ready to swing out on the high ground now. Maka in the back being contested by Knife, but the recall's already forced. It's time to go away. Let's push out top.
Kitsune Rush comes out. Lisa Min will mirror that one. Ada's full beam trying to shut down attack here, but now the beat over the top from Opener. Can they go inside? Can they confirm a kill? Ada's under a lot of pressure. They're trying to kite. They can't escape. The beat push works again. This time the hook will be matrixed by attack. They TP away as they're desperate for these cleanup kills, but attack, Knife pulling them apart, and this is a great hold for them now. They should be able to clean up the Tracer too. Now they can hold forward, and the onus is on A to find a TP rotation through this forward hold.
Yeah, I mean, ultimately for WAE, that is a pretty a pretty rough fight for them. Like, they were 5v4, they had ultimates to keep burning into it, and they've managed to fumble the 4v5 situation. Doubt they're going to be delivered another one of those. Lee Shumin and Maka both under so much pressure on this rotation. They try to one-step it, and they just go down on the cross. Great pressure from Sonjin, or rather from Knife and Attack, on separate areas in order to prevent the supports from actually helping each other. Now you can see WAE, only a minute remains for their attack. They're waiting for their supports, they've fully kited out, and they're going to have to wait for their next turn.
Milgaru's behind, but they're actually holding forward here. There is a Tracer touch from Sunjin as well, so they're trying to make the map big. Attacker's had his self-destruct for, so he has to slow it down. Needs to be careful because Milgaru really is just here already. TP forward and a symbol, but Aid is so low. Where are we going, Aid? The rest of the team isn't here yet. The backline will arrive for WAE now. They have a Tidal Blast, and Milgaru, of course, has found a hook and a kill. They have an opportunity now. Attack trying to play into the backline. Self-cast from Maka to keep himself alive through all of that. And for now, ONSIDE Gaming, they have to give the space, but they nearly have this beat.
Milgaru has the whole hog. Beats available for Opener, so I mean there's a big old swing just around the corner for ONSIDE when these support ults come along, but Milgaru's already hooked in attack, drops the whole hog, starts forcing out that defense matrix. Is this going to be a scene on whole hog?
Oh, no, they managed to get the touch. Opener has the beat, though. They come out. They need kills with this now. They're all over the hog. The hog is completely isolated. Matrix coming in for those healers as well. Attack will confirm it. We're into overtime as well. One more touch from Sunjin, but it is 3 versus 5. The backline is so far away. Sunjin is so far away. Blinks all the way to get the touch. Does get the touch, but who on earth is going to get the next one? It's Lee Soo-min who has to throw himself at it. TP and a Suzu forward, but it is ONSIDE Gaming tying us up We go into map 5. Surely? Milgaro's got one more touch in him, but it is literally 2v5. It's the brothers against the world now. Milgaro was really milking all of these touches, but eventually his ride will come to an end. And ONSIDE will confirm it.
End of the line. Going to map 5. Time to find out.
Show me the Kellen.
Show me the Kellen. Show me the Minjay substitution, ladies and gentlemen. Oh god. Oh god, I see him on the stage. He might just be trying to raise their spirits, but...
Oh wait, Craig! Now my feed's buffering.
Oh wow, okay, we're both in the same, yeah, same boat then, same boat. I wasn't even saying it, it's happened to me so many times, I was just keeping it to myself.
Alright, I'm gonna grab a drink.
Yeah.
Map 5. Here we go.
I'll roll a marble. Watch Aids ult charge after he stops Sombra. Ah, dead. Okay, he's on Sombra. 0%, 3%, 1%, 2%, 3%, 4%, 5%, 6%, 7%, 9%, and he's dead. I don't know why it's like stuttering through, but it can happen. You can see the EMP charge on the top left. That's all I was looking at. Alright. Exclamation mark play, get in the marbles race. No prize. Just love of the game. Dude, what is going on with this feed right now? Quadruple time with the first time play. Let's get eyes on that. You have 60 seconds to race, everybody. Xavier's not here, so I've actually got nobody to leave in charge of the stream, but I'll be right back as well. Who was it that only built 40% to rally across the entire map once? You might be thinking of Search. Search. Ocarina Overwatch. Back from food shopping. Welcome back, Cruz. Bunnykins, no, you just missed the race. Hunter, what's a player from pre-OWL or OWL that you miss watching? You mean pre-OWCS?
I'm back.
Oh, pre-OWL or just Overwatch League. Right, I understand. I miss Lastro. I miss Lastro because Lastro had insane highlight reel moments. I could shit talk him as much as I wanted and it didn't matter to him at all. It was water off a duck's back. With friends, and he would feed his fucking brains out outrageously sometimes, which made for good content. So it was literally the perfect storm. You know, it's like he would have insane highlight reel clutch moments with friends, and he would violently throw in a manner which would just be so fucking entertaining. You miss Rascal? Yeah, I don't miss Rascal. I don't give a shit about Rascal.
Ooh. Oh, Panda, are you here?
Not sad gay Panda, I assume.
No, Trash Panda.
Because we've got sad gay Panda. Top 10 in the market.
No, sorry, different Panda.
Oh.
Did I tell you your thumbnail for North America has actually worked out perfectly? We had to rush for thumbnails. Yeah, because
Trash.
No, Trash Panda. Yeah, because we had to rush for thumbnails because obviously of the replay reset. So we had to sort of gamble a little bit. And at first we thought there were going to be not too many hog clips, but there were some hog clips. So it's worked out perfectly. And that will be out probably after this stream. I think it's scheduled for 2. I need to set up the article still, but surely Falcons will get us back on track schedule-wise.
Let's watch a quick marbles race.
Esperanza for all the marbles.
10 seconds for the marbles. Trying to squeeze in a quick race here for Bunnykins.
You know who I get sympathy for doing so much of this when we do like for all the games and we have the repeated phrases things? You know those like cliche radio DJs who just are like spamming noises and like air horns and stuff? I kind of get it a bit more now, you know? Like I'm like, yeah, just sound effects playing.
It's need noises.
Just noises, you know, to fill the... Kellen is in. Oh my god.
Are you fucking with me right now?
I'm not fucking with you. Uncoachable next week? God knows.
Huh. If you think I'm recording Uncoachable before I get my day off, you are fucking delusional.
Do you want to do it on your day off?
my one day off and I record Uncoachable. Friday next week, my first day off in like a month. Onto KSA or Hawk for fantasy. If you need to ask that question, you have something wrong in your brain, Hawk.
Yeah, what if KSA plays Hog? KSA Hog and you preload him for the double?
So no quiz? No passion streamer tired? Absolutely hooning right now, Bunnykins. I can't believe they put Kellen in for the map 5. Like, no, Bunnykins, you've fallen over in the midsection. Now you're done for. I'm a Trek has won. Jazz 2nd. Ismay 3rd. Batman 4th. Oh my god, is that you? Jesus fucking Christ, dude. Porsum, Deprue, Emmys, Peach, Total Waifu, Purple Quasar.
Life empty without the quiz section. It'll come back eventually. Winston has been banned, which might mean Kellen on ball.
Kellen ball map.
Milgaru on hog.
Packet.
Oh.
I mean, if it's Milgaru on ball, they lose the mirror. If it's Milgaru on hog, Kellen's gonna spam feed.
I have a feeling Jumpmin might be playing it a bit later. The hog, yeah, I think it feels like it might be on the cards, right?
I'm feeling it.
Can we have the cool donkey on the podcast instead of Unterven? Do you mean
donkey? It was a
camel? You have animal blindness.
They're called Camel cigarettes, man. Like, come on. Let me get one of those donkey cigarettes that everyone's been talking about. Joe Donkey. Fucking...
Bird blindness? Someone's been watching Peacemaker. I need to watch this week's episode.
Is there a season 2 out at the moment?
Peacemaker, yeah, it's coming out now. I think it's maybe episode 4 this week.
Season 1 was quite fun.
Yeah, season 2's been really good so far, actually. Really enjoy it.
I might do the Emong tech where I queue up some Overwatch footage on the screen, but I'm actually just application capturing the Overwatch
Second
while watching
monitor.
Peacemaker on my computer, catatonic, you know, like. Yeah, I will get on that.
Yeah, Shilmi says goated like last, but going too quickly. I know. I mean, could quite easily watch marathon that.
The show's fun.
Is bird blindness real? Of course.
Does Kilo Knife Kellen have any chance of winning this? I don't like our chances, Choi fan.
Looks like Milgaru, at least for now, idling the ball. Quite happy to take that mirror. Aid threatening the Sombra as well. But Prime Eagle is 100% real. That's just factual.
9, 8, 7,
Oh, wait.
6, 5, 4.
I think I got it. Hold on.
58,
59.
57.
Oh, wait, 58.
56. You
57,
ain't got it,
56, 55, 54, 53.
Just works.
I have time blindness. It's going to be ball, mirror, Sombra into the Sojin here. So Kilo's life in theory should be the harder one, as well, of course, will be Kellen's. Aid already looking just for this opening angle. Nothing really to threaten though, so we'll just hold this space, and it'll be a relatively slow opener as we normally get on Esperanza.
Yeah, slow burn, but oh heavens. Kellen, all obstacles against him right now. Sojin Tracer for onside, Sombra Tracer for WAE. That means that Kellen's going to be under a lot of pressure. Backline slam comes out. Milgaru has a huge overshield. Kellen has already been hacked up. Already you can see him rolling around behind. Nobody's pushing cart just yet. Looking at the health bars, everybody seems relatively healthy. Kellen gets a nice slam into the backline, but he's hacked up. He's hiding in the corner. He's rolling away. Kilo has fallen in the midst of it all. Oh, up on the high ground, Aid is just zoning Kellen out of the fight. Opener's down, Irony's down, Knife trades Lisa in, but 3 for 1. 4 for 1, just not going to do it. Where is attack for the map 5?
He never gets a map 5, does he? Always on Kellen as the finisher, but unfortunately,
Tell him the closer.
He's only able to finish off his own team. Now WAE. Early high ground position. Milgaru looking for this slam on the choke. Catches everyone in that. Will get a lot of shield. Is actually completely body blocked here. Has to rejig and gets himself out of that one. And they have lost a little bit of card control now as Milgaru's had to reset and come a long way around. But Kilo booped off a high ground awfully low. Can get pocketed through for now. And it will reset. WAE have equalised for space a little bit. Slam into the backline again. Lots of pressure onto Kilo as well. They're taking so much damage. They're so low. And Milgaru double roll through, gets 2 for that, and they just can't get Kilo any meaningful space.
Yeah, Kilo, just an impossible task in this matchup on this map. Now that Sojin's been nerfed that little bit less survivable, just need too many resources. You can see, he's seen the writing on the wall. He's swapped over to Sombra now after a couple of fights, but Mega Control is already in the hands of Kilo, or rather Evade, and EMP is available for him too. Onside gaming, they're about to swing back in with a few ultimates. Kilo swings high ground. God, Virus is across the map, misses it completely. And you can see onside, they're really just playing underneath right now, all balled up, threatening an EMP is Aid in main. Kellen's rolling behind, and you can see he's actually being marked out right now, but Aid's dead pre-fight. Good on you, Minjay, come on now, get that second kill.
As a Kellen clutch as they win, well, they win the EMP fight by just simply killing the EMP before it can come out. And Onside Gaming get a big win for free. Now there'll be a huge ult fight coming up now. Again, the attention should turn to Aid as he has this EMP opportunity. If he can find any of these supports before the support ult trade comes in, Onside, the fight might just be over before it starts.
Yeah, I mean, it's really all on Irony and Opener to prevent those instant one-shots for the EMP. You can see Opener stuck underneath. Beat comes out immediately for Opener. Elysium then drops the beat in the alley, but it hasn't caught Milgaru or Sonjin. Milgaru's quite low, actually. Lead has been gained by Onside Gaming. EMP has not yet been used by Aid, but he is half HP. He needs some help from his brother. You can see now Milgaru, brother, slams in on the cart, clears many a mine from Kellen. Kellen is hacked up in the mix, but he gets the slam up top. Aid is being marked out really heavily right now, and Onside are posting more meters. Aid goes for the EMP on the low ground. It's massive. Irony will fall. Kilo as well. Opener soon to follow. And that's just going to be everyone from Onside Gaming disappearing in a flash to this EMP. Retake on the cards though. EMP soon to be available for Kilo, and Knife's done a good job blocking the card for as long as he can.
It was quite a long fight in the end. WAE did the classic. They'll trade for support outs relatively evenly, and then they just have an extra ult to lay it in. But because that fight went on for so long, Kilo does have that EMP for this retake. They found Milgaru early as well, Virus to force him out, and now Kilo can look to set up his own EMP. He's going to get scouted heavily on the way in, catches every Lucio orb, and they've got a lot of damage onto Milgaru. Now onto the high ground, EMP over the top, connects on 3. They need for kills. Can't find any for kills. They're solo. Kellen will get one eventually. Now they have player advantage. They can walk forward. Did kill for Sombra in that too. Sunjin is awfully low. Kellen with the slam round the corner. Counter slam by Milgaru. Kellen needs to be a little bit careful here. He really wants to push for these kills. Knife has had to recall. WAE are just conceding space at this point. ONSIDE Gaming with a chance to increase their lead.
ONSIDE Gaming keep on pushing. Would have been nice if they could get some more staggers out of this scene. Sonjin's already back on the cart, clipping Knife. You're a bum, Knife. You're just a fucking bum, dude. Kellen is also pre-fighted somehow. And WAE, 4v5, they managed to ping-pong quite a lot on the payload, and they just come right back into it and take it. Criminal retake there, as WAE just get it free of charge. ONSIDE Gaming's entire front line falling to bits in the clutch.
Now beat advantage for Lee Soo-min into this next fight as well, so a difficult one for ONSIDE Gaming. They only got the mines really to start this retake with. Can try and force that beat out, but ultimately ONSIDE might have to kite after that as well. They're going to be threatening checkpoint. Kellen's going to come through the high ground, which will boop onto aid, but not too much. Now drops the mines onto point, but it looks like WAE are quite thoroughly out of this minefield.
Minefield has essentially got no value for poor little Kellen, and now he's just playing underneath, charging up some support ultimate. You can see Beat for opener and EMP for aid are basically neck and neck, but there's more ultis on the side of WAE. Slam comes out into Irony, and already he has to drop the Suzy Q and run for his life. Beat's available for OP yet again. High ground slam for Kellen. Actually not too bad. Beat out from opener now. Beat in response for Lee Soo-min. EMP's about to come online for aid. You can see him swinging for it. He drops it. He hits the virus on Irony. Opener's down as well. Pulse trade onto Lee Soo-min. Just not going to be enough. Sonjin drops the pulse on Kellen as well. Really wanted that guy dead. And that's going to be WAE taking the checkpoint here. Full team wipe.
Yeah, long time coming, the first checkpoint in this map, but WAE will be the ones to get it over. And very similar to how we saw them use the EMP beforehand, where they will trade for support ults and then put the EMP over the top. They did actually use that Kitsune rush as well, so it was more expensive than it needed to be. In reality, Aid's EMP should have finished the job there. So ONSIDE Gaming have an ult swing on the horizon, and they've got a hack onto Maka. Pressure onto opener though, snaking it to him. Milgaru's going to take him out of the sky, and just as the ults were about to come up for ONSIDE Gaming, they lose. Irony's the only one to get a trade, and now it's going to be more meters on the board for WAE. Knife will die on point. Ketlin can probably get out of here as well, has the Mega. They're really chasing him down. Sunja's going to force him all the way back. Helps get the respawn out as well, but this is a great opportunity for WAE. ONSIDE, they need value out of these ultimates, and they need it to be efficient as well.
Heavens. Oh, Agent, just look at the command, man. Just look at the command. All right. Now you can see Knife getting poked out a little bit, but Aid is on the run. He's invisible. He's incredibly low. Can somebody take down one of the brothers? Lee Soo-min has fallen in the neutral, actually. You can see Aid once again very, very low. Irony's traded, but Maka might also be going down. Kellen finds that kill. Slam on the choke from Milgaru. He is going to be hacked up. We are going to see ONSIDE Gaming reclaim control here. Priority at this stage is taxiing Irony back into the fight. Knife is scrapping it out. Boost!
Boost, Kellen, boost for clean feed.
47, 46, 45,
wow.
Sorry, 44, 43, 42. Oh, for fuck's sake.
Well, I was synced up with your previous one. 35, 34, 33, 32.
Just works.
Just works. All right, Aid is going to get scouted out, but as he jumps over, now the EMP onto Sunjin, they go for the one-shot. Knife will convert that one there. Only get one kill out of that, and Milgaru takes over the touch. A big slam onto the high ground, though. Knife with a pulse bomb out too, helps connect and confirm that kill onto Milgaru. Two-player advantage. They will get checkpoint. And ONSIDE Gaming with a great chance to equalize it up here. They're coming up to double support ult. They have the minefield already. If they can get value before this EMP comes online for Aid, this will be huge for ONSIDE.
Oh my days. Kellen with this minefield right now. He has the opportunity to clutch. Boost my slideshow. What the fuck is going on today? Kilo. He's so low, but he gets Suzu. He bails out. He does survive. Kellen's hacked up on the coast. Boost! And Kellen on the run. You cast.
Coming through now, Milgaro has the minefield, but he's half HP, so can't commit to it yet. They're gaining meters onside gaming, but they have not gained the lead. Minefield out for Kellen now. Beat comes through from opener, catches everyone except for Kilo, but Aid, he has his EMP afterwards again. They set it up once more for Aid to be the closer. He's got an EMP ready to go. They're looking for it. They've stolen the robot, actually. Onside gaming were trying to kite because they were low, but it means they still have this EMP. They're moving away. Suzu out inside. They want the cleanup kills now. They're scrapping it out, but Lee Min has died for this one. Aid still has the EMP, but onside gaming, they're finding the kills. EMP over the top now. Virus connects onto opener. They chase down the kill. They will get it eventually. They find the trades of WAE. They hold on to the lead just about.
That is going to be a wipe on ONSIDE gaming. And we're watching on 480p now. So pulse is available for Knife, EMP for Kilo for this final turn. ONSIDE need to win 2 fights, bare minimum. Irony's back spawned as well. Because of how the card started to slip away in that scene, we can see that it is just a case of too much card push for WAE off one fight. It really felt like ONSIDE should have been able to hold the card forward, but unfortunately, just not going to happen. Kilo sneaking forward now, trying to contest the card. Kellen was trying to set up behind, but he has been virused out early, marked out early by Aid, and you can see Knife on the back step. Milgaru rolls in, forces the recall out of Knife already. He presses forward back. He's trying to find a kill. Back out onto Milgaru. They might be able to find a kill on this. Knife doesn't pulse in for some fucking reason, but Kilo still has an opportunity to drop the EMP here. He's trying to find the setup, but there's so much spam in the main choke.
Rotating top right now, looking for this timing. He gets detected, actually. Can he just drop it? Now he drops it, hits Lee Min. They need that kill. He's in the sky. Lee Min dies. They get the kill for it. Now, WAE, they're just looking for trades. If they can find trades, they can scrap it out in the next one. We are into overtime, so no choice but to stay on the payload for ONSIDE gaming. Opener is going to get traded now. TP onto the high ground, but surely nowhere to go from Aid. They will die. They will reset. ONSIDE gaming regain control of the payload, and they'll get one more shot at this.
Alright, let's try 720p. Let's try and edge the bitrate up bit by bit, see if we can get it going. Opener doesn't have close spawn. He needs to wall ride back into this quickly, but this is so incredibly winnable for ONSIDE right now. Minefield for the payload. Kitsune rush for the payload. Beat just around the corner. The lead is almost already secured. The tap is necessary already. Kitsune rush comes out. They start pumping damage into Milgaru. They need to damage this guy. Recall out for Knife. He's blinking deeper now. Holy fuck. Beat comes out from opener on the cart. Milgaru and Aid are going to go down. And Min Jae Kim, or Kim Min Jae, out of respect, is going to win a map 5 versus WAE on Wrecking Ball.
All the marbles, and it's all for Kellen. Big hugs there. Pumped about this win for ONSIDE gaming. Opener, I can barely believe it. It was his beat that made the difference in the end. Oh, he's going over. Hugs all round. ONSIDE gaming buzzing about this map 5 victory. Kellen gets it done, and honestly, it was like a hard-fought map. WAE, they won all those EMP turns, but that final fight, they just didn't have the ults in time. They were so close. Thank you, Criminal Annihilation, for the 17 months and a felon. Oh.
Can we boost Kellen? Is
Opener
moment crying? Let's have a look. Where's Opener? Ah, Opener's the one doing the hugging. Opener does kind of... He looks...
He's emotional.
Quite whelmed.
Yeah.
He's emotional for sure. We're so back.
Player of the match attack. Yeah.
Boost Kellen. Dude, this WAE roster, they're done, bro. They're done.
Yeah, this is a really bad loss. We talked about for WAE to get into playoffs, they needed a big week, right? And this was meant to be the easy game. So losing in this one has really, they're going to have to go through LCQ. And losing to ONSIDE Gaming, a team they're probably going to run into in the LCQ potentially as well, it starts to look a little bit scary for WAE, not just, you know, bad week, but maybe an entirely bad stage if this doesn't get better.
Yeah, maybe just game's gone for these guys at this stage. Alright, I'm going to boost Kellen real quick.
As the seeding tournament still a thing? No, what they're going to do instead is the top 4 teams from this regular season, or this regular stage that concludes this week, are going to go directly to playoffs. The 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th team are going to go to the LCQ, and the last place team is shot in the streets.
오늘의 두 번째 경기 승리팀 온사이드
No, I don't have any codes, Oblez.
감사합니다.
야, 오늘 승리 축하드립니다. 오늘 어택 선수와 인터뷰 진행해 볼 예정인데요. 정말
감사합니다.
Big giveaways on the horizon, but later in the stage.
무너지지 않은 온사이드 게이밍인데요.
No dualism. I don't have any token codes.
오늘 사실 스크림 전적으로만 보면
No.
이길 줄 알았는데
No Kokyep. I don't have any Overwatch League token codes.
Can you give me Overwatch League token codes? People were asking me for that yesterday.
Max,
too.
I don't have Overwatch League token codes. No FPS payback. I don't have any Overwatch League token codes.
Please? What if I ask really nicely?
No, look, if the wallet's empty, the wallet's empty.
호그 하나? 호그 때문에 좀
Dude, I'm trying to upload this boost GIF
to
to Twitter and it just won't upload. This website is so cool.
If I did have any in this hypothetical, would you get them homosexual? Of course.
What the hell? Homosexuals here?
Yeah.
Oh, there he is. He's playing in my chat at the same time.
호그 때문에
Homosexual,
좀
did you
저희가
spawn
좀
in to watch the
불편해가지고
game or
막
we'll
어떻게
play
할지
soon, Bunny?
고민을
We'll play
했는데
soon.
그냥 결국 경험?
No, sad gay panda. I don't have any Overwatch League token codes.
Chat, if you want Overwatch League token codes, I'd suggest you head over to Xavier's stream. I feel like he's...
I don't have any Overwatch League token codes.
대회에서 이제 파회가 됐으니까 안 나오지 않을까요? 경쟁전에서는 쓸 수 있을 거라 생각합니다.
No, Steve. No, no, I did. No, Albi. No, San. Hunter told me you had codes. He's tricked you. You've been spun.
You've been
어택
spun.
선수도 정말 심장 쫄깃했을 것 같은데요. 자, 켈란 선수에게 맡기고 들어갔을
Do you have
때
any spare SSG skin packs you could hook me up with?
사실
No,
I
it's
actually, honestly, there are actually some skin pack giveaways coming
I
soon
did, Panda.
안쓰러웠는데
to a marbles
이번에
race near you.
이겨서 다행인 것 같습니다.
네, 그렇다면 마지막 세트 텍 선수가 면밀히
Not yet, though.
하나도 놓치지 않았을 것 같은데
We're working
텍
on it.
선수가 꼽는 마지막 세트 POTM은 누굴까요?
저는 켈란 선수 주겠습니다.
켈란 선수. 우리 땡은 내가 지킨다.
Do you have any
Reference?
Team Liquid skin packs since Hunter doesn't? Actually, homosexual, in the coming soon skin packs are Team Liquid skin packs as well.
앞으로
At least one of
많은
us gets them, mate.
Yeah. Don't worry, guys. Big giveaways on the horizons. There will be skin packs for every single team that has them. Thank you, Light, for the 15 months. I was told every 15 months I get Overwatch League coins. You have been misinformed, unfortunately. Did you get this information from an Australian man with a mullet?
Overwatch League coins.
I don't think this counts as a mullet anymore, whatever the
Does
fuck
it
I've got
not?
going
Is
on
it
top
too
of my
grown
head.
out now? Yeah.
Mate, this is just, yeah, this is just womanhood at this point. Be sure to boost Kellen, everybody.
The hair
Not
of a
Bandit.
middle-aged woman from the 80s.
Just works, doesn't it?
I mean, you can't argue with the results.
Is next game good or shit? What's next game?
Falcons against the cheeseburger.
That's a greasy game. Go to bed, Connor. Watch the 480p feed for a while.
Yo, CommanderX, do you have any tender forehead kisses you could hook me up with? No, afraid not. But we will be doing, that'll be on the giveaway as well. Tender forehead kisses.
Jeez.
Where did you see?
Her laptop's open.
Where did you see this message? So this is a resub message that homosexual saw. I always thought subscribing to streamers was dumb. 1 year later, here you are, still proving me right. Looking forward to 2 years.
Was that homosexual?
No, it's one they saw.
That's a
But
nice
no,
one.
that is a funny one. That's class.
It's quite class.
Who is it's Pad Sander, not to be confused with Sad Gay Panda or Trash Panda or our interviewer for OWTV and Other Panda. They always resub and their message is always like, if it's like 70 months, it's like, day 17 of not giving money to the bold man.
Alright, let's marble. It's time, everybody. 10-minute break between the next match. Is Kali in this map? We can do Preds on it.
Yeah. But I'm also a sad gay panda. You're just not the sad gay panda.
60 seconds on the marbles race, folks.
If I get a VP tank, who should I get, Ice or Vestler? I would go KSA instead. I'm starting to KSA pill myself.
You're KSA pilling yourself? You think KSA is going to play everything?
Shockwave recommends getting Shockwave if you're looking for a VP tank.
What does KSA cost? Is he cheap?
20, I think 22.
Oh, it's not that cheap. He's no Crocs cost.
Yeah, but who is?
Will I fill in the Kellen apology form now? No.
What does KSA just not play? That's for gamble.
God,
Oh, come
imagine
on,
if TVNT has a generational hog on him.
No way. A KSA is the hog guy for sure, right?
know,
For sure. How are you going to hook someone without any hands?
TVNT was killed, I'm afraid. I love Medi's contributions to my Twitch chat. He always tunes in and just drops a TVNT was killed you like, every time. I'm still fucking reeling about how last week he actually pulled the banking issues.
I was just about to gift loads, but oh yeah. It can happen. In fact, there's actually many such cases.
It's really well documented phenomenon, actually.